And welcome to Splinters of Faith. I am your host, Philip, and we are running the Splinters of Faith campaign, which is based off of a Pathfinder game written by Frog God Games and Necromancer Games. I have loosely converted it to 5e, and that works most of the time, except when it doesn't, and that's always, we'll go with hilarity. That's a word we could use.
You want to tell people what we discovered today?
That the people who made this game have made a 5th edition version of it.
Screw that. No, I don't want to use that.
I was like, you don't really need it. You're doing a good job. And he's like, but all the monsters are converted already.
Yeah, so you could just get that and just merge it right in.
Isn't the point of D&D doing things the hard way?
Clearly it has.
Only if you're a bard.
No.
Or just being too stubborn to change your ways. Looking at you.
That's a word.
Wizards of the Coast.
Woo!
Yes. So, when we last left our heroes, you had succeeded in your main goal. You found the oil of Eldath and discovered the final, shall we say, resting place of Algina, the woman who started this whole adventure. You were returning back to the upper gardens, the Spire, and decided to take a nap in one of the little alcoves on your way up.
No. We did not decide to take a nap. It was demanded that we take a nap.
I see.
Yeah, it's important.
Yes. And so with that, we rejoin our adventurers, having just woken up, with the exception of Sunny, who never went to sleep, and Ridial, who's been awake for the past 4 hours, going, when are the rest going to wake up?
No, she's run all the way up to the top and back. No.
Gotta get the stairs in the morning.
Bored, you guys.
Yeah. So with that, everyone sort of awakens. The light would be behind you, so it's casting a bit of a shadow as the spire casts a shadow over the western part of the ravine cavern bit that you're in, but you are above the canopy line, so you can see the sun. And you're probably only maybe an hour or two of a trek up the stairs until you'll reach the top.
I'm gonna hit that long rest button. That's the
By
first
all
thing I'm
means.
gonna do.
Everybody, please, yes.
Oh, good. I have inspiration back. Oh, good. I feel so naked without it. Okay. Oh, good. I feel so naked without it. Okay. Oh, good. I feel so naked. It's
Ooh.
Yeah,
the new sheet is under hit dice. Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
The new
no,
sheet
it's
is
just
under
that
hit
my
dice. Oh, you got it.
my sheet is see-through.
Ah,
Well,
that old chestnut.
my Twitch decided to show some sound, so we just got a couple seconds of reverb. I apologize to everybody.
So feature.
Yep. So everybody has long rested. Perfect.
Yeah.
Don't only get like half your hit dice back on a long rest.
No,
You should.
You should get all of them back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Why?
I hit long rest and only gave me 2 hit dice back.
Oh.
Being stingy.
Nah.
It's because you didn't sleep.
I do sleep though. I just only need 4 hours,
That's right.
and it's not
Just like
technically
enough.
sleep. It just holds still.
A silent visual.
Put the Roomba on recharge.
Recharge yourself.
Yeah, I am.
Dock yourself.
That's a very particular skill.
Yes. So, like I said, after just a few hours, you're able to make the couple winds around this tower, and get yourself to the top. As you can see, on the map, everybody is.
Is the weird stair boy still there when we come back around?
Yeah, we already went past
passed
him and
him.
said goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah, the stairminder. Yep, he was there.
Stairmaster.
Meister.
Philip, it's okay.
The Thigh Master.
Yeah.
All right.
If he walks up and down these stairs,
What
he'll
did
be
you
Thigh
do with the
Master.
Stairmaster?
Listen,
Training montage.
yeah, you just gotta get him
little
one of those
smirky
little,
shrug.
one of those little things that you just press your legs together.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a Thigh Master.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Stairmaster.
So, once you get to the top,
Watermelon?
Yes.
what? Oh,
Maybe.
yes.
Someone's head.
Also, yes.
What would yeah? So once you get to the top, there is the what's the word I'm looking for?
Tower.
Death.
Yes, the tower is there. No, what I mean is the there along the stairs as you're coming up, there is a person, one of the staff, one of the initiates. Priest works, yes.
Mm.
And they stop you and say that you must relinquish all weapons before entering the city.
Kick him off the side of the tower. Not really.
This is not Sparta.
Could be.
It definitely isn't.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
they just don't care up here. Well, I mean, did it before. I don't mind leaving my weapons behind. Do they think the harp or the pickaxe are weapons? Do I gotta leave those?
Nope, they would allow the harp. Yes, they would stop the pickaxe.
Fair.
Do they pat search us? I've never been here before.
Yeah.
Technically.
No, they would not. They would not, pat search you, but they would sort of look at you, and I mean, I guess they sort of believe in the honor system. So, if you could probably conceal a knife if that is what you were trying to do.
I was just trying to conceal the sword.
Oh, no,
They
you
won't
can't conceal
pat
a
search
sword.
you, but they will Tita search you.
How what do these bouncers look like? Do they look hardy, or do they just look
Or-
wayfish like everybody else around here?
Wayfish.
I'll
Okay. So
However,
she yeah.
There is a statue standing next to the stairs, like right where the stairs meet the balcony type part that you're standing on. There is a statue similar to the one that's on the main bridge into this place.
Okay. Yeah, she'll, of course she's not gonna be like, no, you can't have my weapons, but she's gonna be like, okay, and she she gives one of the wayfish, bouncers her axe. Like,
watch them fall to the
can you
ground.
carry that? Yeah.
It is a bit of a challenge for them, and they have to basically
Team lift.
move them one at a time into the little sort of storage that is at the foot of the statue.
I'll give him my sword, but I want to use my staff as like a walking cane.
Okay. You don't have anything cast on it, right? It's just as a standard stick.
Oh, standard stick.
They're gonna look at it for a second, but sort of not like admonish, but like sort of tell you, hey, I understand if you need that to walk, please be mindful of our ways. Do not use this for violence in any manner.
That's her dildo. We know what you do here. Calm down.
The initiate turns a very bright color of pink.
Hey.
That's why my hilt to my weapon smells funny.
Well, you were stone, I guess.
Goodbye monetization.
Just wave as it goes.
Bye.
Nice knowing you.
Anyway, yes. Once you return, where would you like to go?
Okay, well, I guess what was it? The leader was like on D there?
Yes,
Funnily
D,
enough.
Yeah, yes.
D is the Tower of Purity and Truth, and it is what has the giant glass
That's what I call it, too.
sphere. giant glass sphere that fills with water throughout the day and causes a shower.
So it builds up to the shower, is what you're saying.
It does.
And then releases from the tip.
Yes. A nice spray across the entire gardens below.
Is it yellow?
No, it's
white.
Oh.
I mean, it kind of creates a rainbow effect from the light and everything.
We really don't want that money. Well, I guess
I was gonna say, and you were getting after me.
I guess you want to go straight to the leader. I mean, we have the stuff now. We need to get the scepter anointed. That sounds like I'm still talking about what we're talking about, but I'm not. I swear it's legit. I read it for the articles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess straight to them.
Tita's just kind of, not wide-eyed looking around, but just kind of like taking it in, as like trying to remember, like, I don't remember, like, I have no memory of this place. But
none of this shit was here. There was like a Walgreens, and now there's like a whole ass parking lot
full of crackheads. I don't know.
This used to be a mom and pop shop. Now it's a strip mall.
They're not crackheads. They're stoners. And yeah, how? Yeah, let's go get this shit done so we can get out of here.
Yes. Okay, well, you approach the tower, and you can see one of the initiates that's on sort of the first. It's a spiral. It goes up, and there are 3 different levels. The first level is for the newest, the youngest initiates. Second is been there for a while, and the top is just for the head honcho, if you will. Let me find my note. Okay. So his name is Jernigan. And he comes. You can hear him and see him coming down the stairs to greet you. As soon as he's sort of within range, he sort of has his arms thrown open and is welcome back. I hope you have good news. I have had some visions that prosperity would be on its way, and I hope I am correct. Is this true?
Kind of depends what's good.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing you found Algina and the oils. Is that true? Have you?
Lan just holds up the vial and says, "Found both. Returned with one."
Why only one?
She did.
It was a long way down.
Oh. So she did not survive. Okay.
I mean, did you
long fall, if you will?
Did you really think she was gonna live?
Oh well, with we never saw her hit, and there was no sign of her at the bottom, so we had hoped.
Exists. Yeah,
I'm sure the stabbing didn't help.
Well,
Ixnay with the abbing. Stay.
Well, so remember, she stabbed her husband.
Oh, my bad. I thought she
threw
was
him
stabbed.
Off. Oh, okay.
She kissed her husband, stabbed him, pushed him off, or no, left him there, and jumped off herself. So yeah.
Right.
He was left stabbed on this.
I got that switched around. I thought she was stabbed and thrown off.
You'd rather be stabbed on than stabbed off.
I don't know. Well, Lan will give him a kind of condensed version of just finding her. We could go through the whole story at some point. In fact, he definitely will. But not right now. He just, we found her down there. We didn't know what you'd do with your dead, so we just ensured that she wouldn't be exposed to the elements, and we can tell you exactly where she is.
Oh, okay. Yes, then I guess we can retrieve her body. That is most unfortunate. Unfortunately, with her passing, that means that I am now in charge. a responsibility
Convenient.
that I did not necessarily want, but I will accept as I should.
You know, a wise man once told me, "With great power comes great responsibility," and I have full confidence that you'll figure it out.
I think I thank you for that. Those are strong and powerful words. We should. He sort of like snaps his fingers and gets an initiate to come over, and he repeats that line and has them. We will make note of this. I feel that resonates. We could
Oh,
use that.
good. It's land
Yeah.
with one L at the beginning. I'll just come with them when they. Yeah.
They're gonna spell it wrong, and they put it down as Stan, and some
Yeah.
later on, someone's like, no, I think it was with an L.
Yeah.
It's an L, Nate. Lee? Stan Lee?
There we
Stan
go.
Lee.
Or was it Jack Kirby? I don't know.
Oh, one of maybe both of them. But yeah, so he'll say, "Well, we do have the vial."
Yes, that is good.
Mhm.
Well,
So-
with that, we can perform the ceremony. If that is what you would like, which I believe it is, as that is the reason you arrived at our doorstep to begin
That's
with.
completely the reason we're here, yeah.
Well,
Duh.
luckily, it is a very simple process. I can do this for you. It will require that we anoint the weapon with the drops, the oil.
You made us leave it at the door.
Yes, that will be fine. We can bring it. Once we have anointed the weapon, we will need to let it bathe down in the gardens, and it must be able to absorb the inner peace.
So we have to
What?
go all the way back down?
It's not very
Yes.
peaceful down there. I mean, maybe it's more peaceful now.
Probably now.
He begins
Blood.
to walk.
Blood helps
towards-
flowers glow.
He begins to walk you all back, the way you came up, and talks to the initiate and is able to retrieve the Scepter of Faiths. And with the oil, he sort of puts some in his hand and then begins to sort of like rub the adamantium part of the scepter. And he's like, yes, we shall head back down to the gardens. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, how often do you do this? It seems very simple to rub the oil on it and just leave it in the dirt down there.
Well, not preferably not just in the dirt. We would like it. It works best, for to ensure everything. It should probably be at one of the altars or monuments to Eldath, to ensure that it, can absorb and can truly understand the value of life and death, the cycle of nature.
Okay.
I mean, couldn't we just anoint it, then go kill stuff down there? Because that's, the circle of life.
No, we do not kill stuff.
I mean, we can. You might not, right? I mean, that's
Why would you want to complicate it by you killing stuff also?
it just makes it seem like it would go quicker.
Then just putting it somewhere?
Yeah, then we gotta wait.
Tito
have to
wants
wait
fill up the
regardless.
bar.
Yeah.
Yes, the waiting is what brings out that peace, that serenity, the relaxation and the releasing of your inner thoughts to just exist.
Why were you trapped in stone again?
Because I was fighting, chasing my
Because-
brother.
I'm just like, is this a punishment for over murderers?
I didn't murder that much.
Uh-huh.
Well, this whole inner peace thing, what does it do?
It helps you become one with yourself. We strive here for inner peace. This is why we are pacifists. And you get to understand who you truly are, what you truly are, and where your position in this world is.
But-
So, Lynn, go ahead.
If you're a pacifist, I have a pair of fists.
Oh no.
That's definitely why she was turned to stone. We found out now.
Yeah.
You do get a chuckle out of Jernigan. He likes a good pun.
What
Okay. Go ahead.
is the relaxation for us or the object?
Well, I mean, it mostly for us to be able to relax and to release. For the weapon, if that's what you're curious about, it we believe it helps as we have not performed this ceremony in quite a long time, but that is the way it is written, so that is what we shall do. I wouldn't want to hurry this along and have it fail. I mean,
Fair.
if nature cannot take its true course, who knows what crime or which destruction that might bring upon us.
Well, here's an odd question. Do you guys just drink this stuff and chill out? Is that what you do down there?
No, we would never drink of the oil of Eldath. This is a sacred, sacred object from our Lord, and I just no one has ever done that or asked that.
What if
I
they
mean-
wanted you to?
Yeah, like if it's sacred, it can't be sacred inside of you, I guess. I don't know. I don't know
That's a
how this
question I
works.
grapple with all the time.
What is it? What is it? Name of your sex tape?
Mhm.
Sacred inside of you.
Oh my.
He
Yeah,
thinks
we're just speed
for a
running.
minute.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. I've been here for quite a few years, and this person is Elven, so they could have been. They lived quite a while, and I have never heard of anyone drinking this before.
Then is this only for use on objects? Or, I mean, okay, maybe you don't drink it, but you don't like rub a little, dab a little under the. Let me try.
On the gums or, a drop under the tongue.
He just thinks it sounds like you're doing some acid and chilling out there and getting peace, and it's like, I don't know how that's going to help this weapon.
No, our primary use for this is like in ceremonies. We use it like to help grow plants. We will, when we are combining different organic materials, we will add a drop, and it helps boost their growth.
Interesting.
I am not sure what it does to your weapon. That unfortunately is not written in our sacred text, but I do know that this is the process, and it specifically says the cycle of life and death. I feel I may be unprepared to take on this role now that you have brought all these good questions that I had never thought to ask our now
Well, you know,
lost
like-
leader.
A book about it somewhere or something.
Yes, I do. It's in the tower.
Can you read?
Yes, I have read it. That is
I don't
how
think you
I
can just
know
ask
it.
people that.
Why?
I have read it. That's how I know what to do, but it just isn't stated.
Oh.
Well,
Would you be willing to let us read it? As
Sure.
I would be interested in the blessing process as someone who seeks to better understand weaponry in general and give it purpose. This seems like a very roundabout way.
a gentleman and a
Yes.
scholar.
He sort of he puts the weapon back in storage, and
Mm.
he sort of leads you all back up towards the tower. And he'll walk you up towards the third floor, where his sort of room, for lack of a better term, is. And he has some papers. They're all fairly loose, just sort of filed in some manner that only makes sense in his own head. And he pulls out a couple sheets and hands them to you, to Sunny.
Thank you. Can I read
It's
them?
like craning around trying
Can
to
I
read it
read?
too. Like,
well, technically, you can read the languages you speak, right? So,
Yes.
Yeah.
are they in common, Gnomish or Dwarvish?
Yes, they are in common.
No. Sunny just turns the page upside down. Interesting.
Not enough pictures. So yes, you can read through the notes that are written down here. The paper seems not that old, so it probably isn't what this story was originally written on. But it's a more winded version, a more sort of like hippie version of you anoint it in the oil, and then once it is taken into the garden, it will rest at an altar of Eldath. She will continue to watch over and grace this weapon, and she will help it receive its own inner peace. And that inner peace will bring about its true self and allow it to access, I don't know if that's the right word, but something, a more flowery version of saying access its abilities.
Unlock its true potential.
Yes, exactly, perfect.
So this is the Supreme Kai unlocking Mystic in Dragon Ball Z. Okay.
This is my Z Saber. I
Mhm.
channel all my
Yeah.
key into it, and then have Goku
Yeah.
break it, and then be shoehorned into doing nothing for like 20 years.
Well,
Just go get your balls and collect them, and
Yeah.
trade to those or whatever.
I do
I don't
not
know how it
need
works.
balls.
You might.
episode title? I don't think that works, but
What
I
about
like it.
what about ball bearings? You think you got any ball bearings in there?
Yeah,
Mm.
like that makes
No,
sense.
they're all here.
That's what I mean. By in there, I mean all of you. I'm pointing to all of you.
He just
Oh.
opens the door and ball
This
bearings fall
area.
out.
Oh, like a Bender chest door. Just
I mean-
reaches down his neck hole and pulls out a
Yeah.
bag of ball bearings.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see my sack of balls?
Bearings.
My ball sack.
Mhm.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Well, it's the rest of the rhyme has worked so far. I fully believe that something will happen if we do what it says. It
Base
doesn't say
3
how
drops
long it
of
takes.
beauty on Eldath's Spire. Wait. Shouldn't we stay up here then?
I don't know.
But we do it up here though, right? Then we take it down there.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess we put it. Well, he has anointed it, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he has anointed it already. So
Did
okay,
it change last time we did anything to it?
the properties changed, but I don't believe that it changed in appearance.
Correct.
Yes.
Did he say yeah boy as he was rubbing the oil on the scepter?
He did not.
What?
Uh,
What's wrong with the little inner piece? I guess I think we know of a good spot where we camped out that one night. Day. It was definitely nice. It's hard
yeah,
to tell. Though.
the gazebo
Yeah, with the
With
water.
the horse?
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, where the horse was. Or
I mean,
the weird fish.
it was
Apparently.
uncorrupted, so it's probably the best place that we can think of.
It's also
I don't know.
we killed all those guys.
Yeah, it's also defensible too, because if this takes a while,
Okay.
who knows
So-
if there's more Darrow.
Do you want to head back down, or do you have any other questions?
Did you see anybody? A couple people come through here? Like one of our companions carrying and helping other people come
Oh,
through
yeah.
here? Just
Yes.
making sure they made it.
They did. They did. Yes. Your friend helping the little one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. She made it back up here safely. Had a good rest of almost 11 hours. Was unconscious. But we gave her a place to sleep. Your friend watched over them, making sure that they were safe when they awoke. They said that they had some other important business to take care of, and asked if they would be willing to accompany them. And your friend, I believe it was Simon? No, I
Side
feel that
right.
was wrong.
Psyduck.
You goose motherfucker.
Yes, Cyrus, that is it. He would accompany her on this quest that she had. I'm afraid I didn't ask for the details.
Did you
they
ask
spoke
for
about
his
it.
stuff?
Just.
Did-
Hmm.
What do you mean? His weapon?
Because he was, ditching us. Should leave us his stuff.
No,
No.
he'll be back.
Yeah, we
I don't
allowed
know.
him to
He'll be
take his
back.
weapon with him.
I'm new here. He'll be back.
Yeah, I have full faith in all of you. Yeah, well, I'll miss the bird.
Me too. Guess I'll kind of miss Cyrus, maybe.
The
Well,
bird's name's Gregory, you guys.
Gregory.
I will miss Cyrus. He understood me.
He wouldn't let you beat up people.
But he had a good reason.
I will.
Who's gonna
Let you
hold your
beat up
money
people.
now?
Just put it in there with those balls.
And then they'll all jiggle
I
in there
don't
together.
want to be a piggy bank. This sounds miserable.
I mean, it
Uh,
depends. I
didn't-
mean, do you like the sound of money jangling? I mean, it might be
No.
pleasurable.
No.
Didn't we also send some dwarves up here?
Do you have nerve endings?
No.
The dwarves that you had sent up here, yes, they were here. They have gone back across. They are going to get materials for the shoring. They told us about the cave, I guess, the excavation into our tower. Quite unnerving. But yes, they said they were going to get some lumber, which we don't have the tools for that, so they were going to have to craft a lot of it, I believe.
Right.
But they said they would be back, and we believe them.
Oh, it's just
Sure.
making sure everybody we gave good directions and they made it back.
They did.
Right, and as you are now the leader, we'll definitely speak of this because it was me who sent them out there. I think it's incredibly important that we preserve this natural beauty. We'll speak about price in the future.
Has a slightly confused look on his face.
The only other question I think the land can think of is how do you get this oil? Did you use all of it?
No, we did use all of it. It was just a little bit to cover the palm of his hand. He tells you that it's a rare. The oil comes from within the Tower of Purity and Truth. That during certain times in the day, it will start to form. It makes a it drips from the tower. There's a rope that pulls the water up, and it drips off of that. But it has a very different color. As someone who has been here long enough, you're trained to it. You can see that it has a slightly different color. It's not clear like water. It has sort of a shine, a glow.
Okay.
What
All right, well.
might almost be described as like a holy color.
Well,
and
that's
that is what-
definitely drops from the Spire. Yeah, that makes sense.
It is a renewable, but it is not always. And so every time, he has to be in the Spire constantly to see when it is happening. Usually happens either at noon or at midnight. He just doesn't know which one always. So he's always there for their ceremonies, not ceremonies, but for when when those times happen, and it sprays water out across the gardens below.
Yeah, well, I'm just making sure that if we need to anoint a second weapon or something goes wrong, there's a source at least. All right. Well, let's achieve inner peace.
I do hope we can. And he again leads everybody back to the balcony, has everyone collect their weapons. He takes the scepter, and he begins to walk. As you can see, he walks that path, and it leads down to the south part. Once he gets, that's not very far. Can I ping it? There we go. Once he gets to that part, he stops, and he says, "And here we see the south. It shows us true beauty, the wind that blows upon us. We should take a moment and reflect upon the wind that allows us to feel."
Oh, sorry. I need a nap, I guess. Sorry.
It's okay. I understand. I feel sort of excited usually from these things, but I guess this can have multiple reactions or cause multiple reactions amongst people. Anyway, where was I? Yes. So the wind, as it brings about the breath of life, and he continues to talk for about 15 or 20 minutes.
Tita's just leaning on her staff, like.
Yeah, Bland's trying to discern any of these words to see if there's any actual magic going on. This is like a precursor, a pre-step, or something.
Nope, it's all just general religious.
It's a sermon.
Yes, good word for it.
Sonny seems interested, like he's remains upright, but if anybody rolls a perception check,
You're asleep.
The light is gone. Like he usually has like a fire in the visor of his thing. It's out right now.
So Myrna
He's
is
in
next
sleep
to
mode.
Sunny. Like she's kind of leaning on him since he's upright. She's just like, she's totally listening and thinking, but she is checked out. She saw a butterfly. She's leaning on Sunny. She's like, oh yeah.
He says, and after he says everything he has to say about it, he says, "Oh yes, well, let us continue."
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we're moving. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah.
So as you continue along,
back on.
Boing.
once you get to as you continue to head downward, you get to the western side, and he says, he stops and looks out over the edge, and he says, "Ah, to the west, the setting sun. We see the light as it begins to leave us. We know what it means. It begins to turn red, as if a warning of a danger, and that we need to return to the safety, for we do not know what is in the darkness, but we believe."
Yeah, we do.
What? No, this is a metaphorical darkness. We don't know what may be out there, but we know that the sun is watching over, and that it is letting us know that it is taking the time that it needs to recharge, and that we need to return ourselves to our own place so that we may recharge.
Whose son?
Part 2.
Whose
Like
son?
whose son? You said the sun watches over us, but like whose son?
Our son.
Son Goku.
I don't
You
have a son.
Who's on first?
It's very he does that one, that reference he does not get. He just is like, our son. And again, about 15 or 20 minutes of him.
Yeah.
We're talking about and saying another prayer.
Bland is completely paying attention. He is still looking for magic. It's
Hey,
gotta be
you
here
like the
somewhere.
sun, right?
Yes.
That's gonna go out if we don't hurry up.
Oh, it's okay. It will be back. I'm
No,
not
like
sure.
forever. Like goodbye. Like the world is dark forever.
I know it may seem like that at times, but trust me.
Stop.
I have a question.
Stop right now. She's being 100% literal. We are trying to fight a vampire who is trying to erase the sun from existence and plunge the land into eternal darkness and feed upon all mortal beings like cattle. Please hurry this along.
Cattle.
Yeah, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. We have to hurry. But I mean, if this is part of the ceremony, I guess we have to do it. Like, guys, like,
Well,
Yeah.
it is said that every time we descend the stairs, we must do the ritual. It takes about a day.
How much do you weigh?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
She tries to pick him up.
yeah, you can. It's a bit awkward. He's fairly tall, but yes.
I mean, we don't want to mess with their juju.
No. This is every time. Remember, they have to stop and like look at all of the vistas. We don't have to do that. We're not gonna do that. I'm gonna carry this guy down the side. You're not taking the stairs. I'm carrying you down the side.
You can do that if you want, but like, I don't know.
Don't drop him.
As you he
Is-
as he
Is
understands what
Van
you're
in
trying
charge
to.
in case she drops him?
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry.
Well, game over. World destroyed.
He already anointed it. We just have to take it to the place and leave it there for like an hour.
Yeah, an hour. Like anything that they do takes an hour.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Like to your threats of the world, the end of the world as we know it, and he does not feel fine.
No.
He continues on, and as he gets to the northern part, he's like, and the north, which we also truly worship, as he like keeps like walking and he's almost facing completely east by the time he finishes his saying. And to the east, we have the rising sun, which brings us new light every day. And he just sort of keeps walking fairly fast, about to the south part again before he finishes his.
Hey, you can do your spiel. We just don't have a lot of after time if it's part of the ritual.
No,
Don't
his whole
lie.
thing.
No. This is literally just what they do every time they go down the stairs. This is their stair ritual. It's got nothing to do with our scepter.
Hey, we don't know that.
Oh,
Yes,
Magic
that's what I
is-
figured out just now. In
Well,
character.
you think that.
No.
Yes, your character thinks that. Mine
Yes.
doesn't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But yes, and you get back to the south, and he says a slightly shorter version of the one that he said when he saw the south the first time.
Just hold your arms. The
Okay.
South. Amen.
You gotta say this every time you turn directions?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
I mean, don't you have to say the same thing every time you cast a spell? Is it different?
Oh,
Does
I
this do
guess.
anything?
I don't know. I don't really cast too many spells.
do you talk when you cast spells?
Yeah, if it has a V next to the spell description.
Yes.
I thought if
The
you used
magic's part of it.
I thought if you had a focus, you didn't need to.
Nope, it's only the material
Different.
you don't need.
Yeah.
You gotta talk. That's why you get the silent spells. You don't have to.
Yes, so he does do a shortened version, and his steps are hurried. It takes maybe a little bit longer than it took you all to come up the stairs to get back down, but maybe 3 hours, 4 hours of everything.
I appreciate your expedience.com.
Yes, once you get to the bottom, he asks, he says, now we need to take this to an altar. Was there anyone that struck you as better? One that was able to resonate
The one that
within
was
The
closest.
gazebo.
one that was closest?
Mhm.
Oh.
Is that the closest one?
I think the closest one has a dead unicorn that we kind of cleaned up off of it. Let's just go to the one in the water. It's close.
Yes, I know the one on the islands. A very lovely spot. Yes, we should. And takes another maybe 20 minutes, half hour to walk there. And yeah, he gets there, and Sonny, he instructs you to place it before the feet of the statue.
This is where I wish I had that spell that makes everyone walk faster.
Says thank
Dimension
you.
door.
Very well, very well. Okay, now that it is here, it must absorb inner peace. Should take just a little bit of time, no more than about 2 days.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Yep.
Please, while we wait for this time, please don't move the scepter.
Oh.
Allow it to be still and find its own inner peace, its own inner calm.
If they're gonna say don't move for 2 days.
I say, you guys can all go. I'll I'll make sure nothing happens to the scepter. And Sonny will literally just like sit down in front of the scepter, facing away from it, so he can watch.
What are we supposed to do for 2 days?
Go
Lance is gonna stay here
upstairs,
and paint.
get a drink,
Train, lift,
take a nap,
drink.
enjoy the sunset.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's watch the
Let's
sunset.
Drink and poop diamonds
And
for
lift.
2 days.
Now,
Yeah. This is just a
Just,
money-making downtime. What are you talking
yeah.
about?
That's if
Does-
they even have that brew here, though.
I can
Mm.
make
You
it
can
for
make
2
it.
hours.
Make it.
You just need to poop within 2 hours. So I don't know.
Just squeeze real hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Um,
I mean, it is a diamond.
Coffee and beer, diamonds are near.
does time go faster down here than it does upstairs? Or day-night cycle, or is it like the
Well, there's
same?
about 4 hours of daylight down here and 20 hours of darkness.
Yeah, the time doesn't change. It's just it
So,
gets darker
okay, so
quicker
it's just
because the tower
Light and
is
dark quicker.
obstructing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lan's definitely gonna stay with Sunny down here because he's
I'm
just gonna
staying
draw,
down here too.
observe it.
I'm just gonna exercise while I'm down here.
I
Okay.
will let Lan will let the scepter and Sunny be peaceful, but he's definitely gonna be around drawing and just keeping an eye out.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, Sunny is like I was peaceful for 10,000 years. I can wait 2 days.
For 10,000
Fair.
years.
For 10,000 years, he's free. He doesn't want to conquer this Earth. It's a bad Earth. Don't want that Earth. That's a bad Earth.
So not round.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I guess other than it taking 2 days, if anybody wants to do anything specifically while they're there, otherwise just sort of camp. I guess Radio, are you maybe going to try and find some game for the for people to eat, or is it all just rations?
I mean, I might as well, right? Something to do. Maybe I can find my friend the horse.
You want to eat the horse?
No,
You that
talk
hungry?
to the horse.
He doesn't
Eat the horse,
exist.
of course.
What do you mean he doesn't? Shut up.
Were you tripping balls and imagined a horse?
No, he realized he doesn't exist, and he ceased it too.
Hey Lan.
Mhm.
Did you use all that potion that you gave that person?
Potion.
Like the love potion?
Oh. I don't know. She
like
gave
if
it
it's all,
back.
I was thinking if it was all gone, we could definitely just go back and go grab some more for later use.
That's something we definitely could do while we're down here.
The wine from the tower? Or no.
Yeah.
The love potion in one of the shrines.
Yes, the one. It's slightly just north by northwest from where you currently are.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I have some vials. I want to see what this inner piece is all about.
Just hand them to me and I'll go, I'm going to go run anyway, so I'll just run by there and scoop them up, and
Sure.
if it
I
gets any
current-
trouble, I'll just run back really faster than they can run.
Okay. Well, I have 2 empty ones right now. So we could get 2 doses of that.
Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Right?
So we have Sunny and Lan staying behind. We have Tita gonna go get the love potion.
Mm-hmm.
Rydia looking for food. What about Myrna? Myrna, are you gonna go with either of the other two, or are you gonna stay on the island?
Nah, I want some food.
Mm.
Go get some food, do some lifting.
So you'll maybe be the, I would say muscle, but Rydia can clearly shoot anything she needs. So the dragging it back part might be a little bit difficult, but
I
Mhm.
mean, if I'm asked very nicely, I'll drag stuff for you and get my gains in some other way.
You just invited yourself to go hunting with me.
I mean, do you want something to help you heft back large carcasses?
Sure, but like,
You can always just quarter it off.
yes. So okay. Then if Ridial, if I can get a nature or survival, survival check from you.
Hmm.
What's the other guy doing while we're down
what I'm
here?
supposed to do.
Oh yeah. Is he just like observing or?
Did he go back upstairs to get his 12 and 12 time in?
Wow, double 12s.
18.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, Jernigan, after he said that it needed to rest, began to sort of like walk away, fully trusting that the weapon would be safe where it was. When he saw that you didn't follow, he basically asked, did you want to stay? And when you clearly did, he was, well, I will be back.
I just want some of that inner peace.
I
Plus,
mean,
we don't know if there's any more Durgar down here or whatever they were.
Mhm.
by the time he gets all the way up top, he's gonna have to turn around and come all the way back. It's gonna be a whole nother day.
He has nothing else to do here.
Gotta collect the tears.
Yeah, he does have the vial with him, so.
Yeah.
With an 18, yes, you. I am pushing the button. Yes, with an 18, you are able to find plenty of food, not only in the form of meat, protein, but also able to find a few like root vegetables, maybe like.
Hey, you guys like taters?
Who does?
Potatoes.
What's
Potatoes.
taters? What's taters, Precious?
Boil them, smash them, stick them in a stew.
Exactly. Well, as
What
we're
else did I
just-
find?
A couple funguses that you are like 98% sure are edible,
Damn.
and only 10% sure that they are hallucinogenic.
Oh,
What?
okay, that
We
both
gotta
are fine.
boost those numbers, yeah.
I start to
Flip
look for
those
more
values.
hallucinogenic mushrooms because we have 2 days.
That's the inner piece that I definitely want to get.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah. So suddenly it's like, hey.
Try this.
This place is pretty dark, so might be pretty easy to cultivate some of those.
Yeah, you can definitely, if you begin to seek for them, you definitely can notice the
Merv.
differences.
See this mushroom? See this mushroom?
Yeah.
For mushrooms like this, but a little bit more red.
Just a little.
This,
Are dragons colorblind?
like this mushroom, if it thought about red. That's how much more red it is.
Okay.
They thought about red.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
It,
And
you
we
know,
can
had a
think about
recollection-
being red.
It had a recollection of an embarrassing
Mhm.
moment.
Mm.
Yes. So, you guys find the ingredients you're looking for. You have a very, very decent, we'll call it dinner, and a very delicious nightcap that keeps the inner peace and beauty going for the next 6 hours.
Guys, do you think the scepter's gonna be high when it's done?
Huh?
You think, because he said it's sucking up the inner pieces of stuff, and so our pieces are weird right now. Maybe it'll see textures.
Maybe it'll taste colors.
Can't you already see textures?
Yeah, but like the scepter, maybe the scepter won't get to do that too.
Gonna have a mouth?
Before we get high, I wanted to talk to Sunny.
But then I got high.
But then you got
Let's have the conversation first.
Because
Between Lan and Sunny.
I ate them, and then mid conversation.
What?
Mid conversation, you were at the end of a tunnel, a very long tunnel.
you're running through
Yeah.
the forest. You run through the forest. You
Hit a tree.
Yep. You know.
So many times.
Oh gosh. So, Lan, when we have a private moment, Sunny, Lan wants to make sure that you're good. You're kind of you're the guy. Like you're the wielder of this weapon. Are you good? Like you've taken kind of a dark turn these last couple of days.
Gotta turn back around.
Just
Turn
because
Sunny
I don't see
around.
the intrinsic value in what people have done in my absence does not mean that they don't deserve to continue being. So I will
Dead.
continue to forge ahead and then go back to sleep.
Forge ahead.
Said, that's you want to go back to sleep?
I think it would be preferable to being around this, as I'm clearly not cut out for this current climate of humanity.
Well, who is? I guess. Huh. Well,
It seems people have evolved in ways that I could not have conceived of previously.
well. I mean, I'm only partially human, but us humans are a very wacky bunch. He pulls out a vial that has the drops of Eldath in it. Could you watch me while I do this for a moment?
Sure.
He drinks it.
just fucking drink it.
Oh, I took some of it before I gave you back the vial. I don't know what's going to happen.
In the distance, Ridial, yeah, hand some mushrooms off to Myrna.
Yeah.
Do you
Sonny,
think-
you don't eat, do you?
No.
Damn.
You could try.
Do you think if you ate a watermelon seed right now, it would grow in your stomach?
I'm not high yet. We backed up.
No, I'm talking to Lamb.
To me, I don't know what's happening to me right now.
You say you drank it before, or you drank it right now?
Just
Just
drank
then
it.
in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
Sonny was asking, because he said it helps things grow. So, the old
Okay.
childhood fear of if you eat a watermelon seed, it'll grow in your stomach, and watermelon
Yeah.
burst out your stomach, man.
Am I
Thanks,
conscious?
Cheech.
Yes, you are conscious.
Okay. Nothing
So,
happened.
so having drank it, it tastes oily. Like it has that
Yeah.
like slick, almost like an olive oil type. Like it kind of coats your mouth. It more so like coats your mouth, and it feels like it absorbs into the membrane of it rather than you actually swallowing it. But
That's a weird feeling.
other than that, you don't feel anything. No head rush. You don't feel sick to your stomach. It doesn't. It almost seems as if once it absorbed in, almost as if it was gone.
Maybe it's when it comes out.
Does he look more beautiful?
He does sort of have almost like an inner glow happening,
That's good. That's totally normal. Well,
but not
then
enough
I'll
to really like cast any light or anything.
Well,
Feel
Lan
like-
will say, I don't know if I'm going to grow a watermelon, but I don't feel any different.
Maybe your hair will go in quicker.
Check your reflection in the water. You look slightly different, but not in a perceivable way.
Well,
Just sees no reflection.
I guess I'm just. I guess I need the inner peace.
Oh,
And Lan will just go and kind of pop a squat next to the scepter and kind of chill out.
just relax
For 2
against
days.
the giant statue.
Yeah, it's just like with the sketch pad, just waiting for something bad to happen.
The hunting party returns with plenty of food and we'll call it dessert, and Tita returns with 2 more vials of the love potion. You figured out, directions were clear enough. You were able to find it because I don't think you saw. No, you did see it the first time. That's
Yeah, I
right.
was there.
Sorry, I forgot which part you had joined up. Yes, so
Yeah.
you found it easily enough, and returned with 2 more vials. So yeah, the rest of that night is pretty epic, but nothing major happens.
Hmm.
It leads into everyone sort of falls asleep, with the exception of Sunny, who will, I'm sure, stand watch. Leading
what?
into this, Leading into the second day, everybody is a little bit down. You feel as if a lot of your happiness has been pulled from today to yesterday. But other than that,
Oh, I
That's
wasn't
so
going to mix
weird.
my uppers and downers. No way. I wasn't taking any of those mushrooms on this tincture that I had.
yeah. So as far as the second day goes, nothing seems to happen with the scepter. Everything it just lies there. You can't tell that anything has absorbed.
Typical.
Lan, as far as you go, nothing really seems to be changing that you can tell. You haven't the inner glow that Sunny mentioned earlier has faded. But other than that, you don't really feel anything.
Did you urinate out the inner glow?
I don't think it ever got to my stomach. It was very strange.
Drops of beauty in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
There is still plenty of food, I'm sure, to continue the meal. For that
Maybe
day.
it's a metaphor for the beauty being inside all along.
That'd be great.
And yeah, so then, does anybody want to do anything for that day, or should we just let it roll through?
Work
Lan
out
is
more.
Pretending to meditate, trying to get inner peace somehow. It's got to work.
Sunny doesn't move. He literally just doesn't move, doesn't talk unless somebody talks to him. He's just focusing,
Very well.
trying to after talking to Lan, trying to get some inner peace himself. Catalog his thoughts and put things into perspective.
Sounds good. Then the night comes and goes. The next day, the head of the Spire of Eldath, Journeyman, arrives and sort of starts to greet you all and says there's probably a few more hours to go, but I just wanted to make sure you all were safe and that everything had gone well.
Yep, everything's normal. The scepter's doing its thing. Nothing else happened at all.
You want to try some of
as-
these mushrooms?
People got high.
Got high, bench pressed.
Off
the
life.
party members.
He sort of like looks and he like, I don't know if there's any of them left, but he's like, mushroom,
Really,
yes, from
I thought I heard you say get crunk, get dizzy at one point.
he sort of like points over back a ways. The ones we sort of grow along that bit of land over there. Is that where the mushrooms you found?
Maybe.
Yes, we too know what we do know what we grow down here. So I'm glad you had a decent.
I feel like you don't know what's going on down here a lot, though.
I understand some
Not
things have
ooze, but-
gone. Some things have gone awry these last few days, but it is a few days out of. Yes, it's only been what, a week. The first murder we've ever had in my knowledge of this entire community was last week. Other than that, we've lived here peacefully for thousands of years.
This is the most defensive I've heard any of them ever be.
You're challenging the sanctity of my home.
Well, I mean, it's not super sanctimonious right now. Easy it.
Yeah, with all those Darrow that moved in.
Yes, we were deceived, but you came as we knew help would come to us in our time of need, and you did, and you were able to protect and to save this beautiful land.
I mean, theoretically. I'm sorry, something about you just makes me tired.
I will not take offense to that.
Cool.
You just said, man, your face makes me bored.
I didn't say bored. So I'm tired. Maybe he's got like a calming presence or some shit.
Okay. Well, after the conversation, and he sort of sits and meditates for maybe another 2 hours. And
Lan
he
will
said-
pretend to do whatever he's doing.
after that, he stands up and he says, I believe that is enough time. You've been down here for quite a while, and I believe you are all ready. And he walks over and picks up the scepter, and he looks to Sunny, and he says, to you I bestow the scepter of faith, as it has been blessed by Eldath. May you wield it to protect us from whatever harm is to be unleashed upon this world. We trust in you.
I shall do as I must.
Okay. Yeah. So he leads you back to the spire, and as he starts to step up, he takes a deep breath. He looks and he says, "We shall rise." Well, I think we can skip that this time. Seeing the annoyed expression on Ridial's face, and he proceeds to head up the stairs without really saying a whole lot.
Look, you can do the thing if you want, man. We don't have to stay with you this time.
As you're heading around the spire, as you cross over the eastern side and begin to since it's a spiral, it's a clockwise spiral. You're on the east side, and you begin to pass to the south side. Sunny and Lan,
Blow
you see a shimmer in front of you, a haze, as if a star is like a starlight is shining through what would be in front of you, sort of a twinkle. Does that make sense?
No.
It depends what time of day it is.
It is daytime.
So like a radiant kind of light being like shining, like beams of sunlight or starlight coming through like canopy, or
Almost like not quite, almost closer to like a twinkle, right? Like something like shimmering in the air. Like if something was like floating in the air and light hits it just right, it just kind of like sparkles for a second as the mote passes through the light, but it's in one spot.
That breakfast didn't have the wrong mushrooms in it, did it?
Nah, man.
Okay.
no, I think I don't eat. I think I see it too. Unless I got contact eye. I don't know if that's a thing.
As you continue to move, the shimmer stays in the exact same spot. Like you're moving, and the spot like is almost like it's staying in the distance. You can see the shimmer in front of you, but it is infinitely far away. It is.
What do you guys see?
Yeah, what do you see, Sonny?
I see a perpetually out of reach twinkle.
That's metaphorical.
Think we're being like
Okay.
spread on or something?
Can you like point to it?
Don't.
It is a westerly direction, sort of west, a little southwest of your current.
He can't
Currently
point to it. It makes him disappear.
Wiggle my finger.
How-
So
How
this isn't
far?
like
Seizure warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this isn't like a we're in a video game and it's always just in front of us. It's just pointing in a direction.
Yes. It would be like
Video game GPS.
Yeah,
Similar,
that's what
yeah.
I thought it might be.
Like, yeah, if you had a way marker in a video game and they you can see it through any object, like
Gotcha.
you need to run this direction. There's a building in front of you, but the marker is still like shining through the building. You'd have to walk around it to figure out that that's not the right way, but the marker just points you to go in this direction type thing.
Well, Sonny, I think we should follow it. As long as it doesn't lead us off this cliff.
Oh yes, it would. Like as you continue to travel around the spire and you get higher, eventually you raise above the cliff walls, the shimmer is far. Like there is nothing in front of you that this could be. So there is something very far away from you that this is a shimmer of.
And you said it was westerly?
Yes. West by
Back towards the way we came?
No, you've been moving sort of a.
No, I mean before we
East.
got to the Spire. Because wasn't this far east? Wasn't the Spire far east? Or is it in this area?
No. So the marker is not in this area, and you have been like you came from what is now the east. You started on basically the easternmost part of the map, and have slowly been working your way west.
Gotcha. All right.
So it is even more west. The other thing that you notice, the two of you, is that you can tell as you're walking and talking to everybody that everyone is very healthy.
Well, that's interesting.
It's something that you wouldn't necessarily have noticed or thought to have noticed about people before. But yeah, you can tell everyone here is healthy.
So, you think you guys are like seeing shit because you have a scepter and you drank the juice?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you weren't. It was just the two of them.
No, remember I yelled "yeah" from the distance.
But how would you know?
Yeah, I mean I said it and nobody said I didn't know. So
Her elven
I mean, I said it, so it's true. Nobody challenged me. I win.
That's exactly how D&D has always worked.
If you didn't rebuff me, it didn't happen.
No, he's just going to deny
Fair.
it either way.
Once you get back to the top of the spire, there
she said juice. She didn't tattle on you.
Once you get back to the spire, there is a several of the initiates are there, and they sort of want to congratulate you. As Jernigan gets there, he says, I want to, it's the fastest I've ever taken the stairs. I want to thank you for everything you've done. It has been incredible. I can't thank you enough. I don't know what presence decided to bring you to us. I can only hope that Eldath is continuing to watch over us. I had felt that maybe her presence was waning due to the accident we had, but I don't believe that to be true anymore. And so I wish to give you all gifts for what you have done for us. And all 5 of the initiates step forward, and they all place a flower lei around your neck. These are from flowers from within the spire. We grow them specifically for their beauty and for their scent. The flowers all smell fairly nice. They're all very floral, and they are large petaled flowers. They're very beautiful. Also, I know adventurers need things. So here, and he sort of points, and an initiate brings over 2 potted flowers. This one is like a tulip. It's a tulip-looking plant, and the other one, sort of an orchid-looking plant. Yeah. I think these will be great for you on your adventure. They do really well in a lot of different climates, so I think no matter where you go, they should be good. And last but not least, and he brings up like 2 flasks, and he says, and here we have some very, very pure water from within the spire. Now you can use it on the plants if you want. I think you might also enjoy it for yourself. It is a high quality. I think you would enjoy it quite a lot.
So I've been writing these down. We each get a lei. I don't care if they're not useful. You gave it to them. They're going into party inventory. Yes. Potted plants and pure water, 2 vials, right?
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just... Yeah, I guess we take care of plants now. That's what we do.
I know Anything about the plants in particular?
Yeah. I mean, you know a little bit more than basic botany, so you know what kind of plants they are and more or less how to take care of them.
They're not like anything special. They're just real pretty.
Yep, there's an orchid and a tulip.
Cool. And the ones on the lays?
Those are more of a unique flower. You can, like, by looking at them, you can tell that they've been modified in some way.
Do they
Okay.
smell nice?
They do. They all smell very nice. They're all very floral.
Oh, hell.
And the smellers are all very complementary with each other.
Ooh, even better.
Yes. So I think I'm not sure. Is there is he's okay? You seem happy. But you know sometimes it's hard to tell. Is there something else you might need?
You got anything else? What you
mm,
got?
What you got?
I'm not sure. He's,
Do we get paid?
if you recall last time when you asked for things, you received like a glass bead and a spool of thread. So they are lacking in a currency.
Like a 4-speed?
Okay.
Nope,
No.
just a plastic.
Got any like potions of health? Potions of visibility? Potions?
Any weapons?
No.
No,
You might
sorry,
have
no
That
potions.
someone maybe didn't bring back and pick up.
No. If someone had left a weapon here, we would have had it destroyed.
You have any lemons?
We do have a
Did
few
you
I
steal them?
do.
citrus.
Sure do.
We do have a few citrus-like fruits.
Can I get a lemon? Well, like maybe some.
Yes, I think we can do that. And he talks to one of the other initiates and has them run off up to the second level of the spire.
That reminds me, and Lan rummages through the party inventory. We have some effects from Lan has 100% forgotten her name.
And
Ag-
Algena,
Algena.
ALJE.
That's right.
Alululu.
Like algae.
We have some of her personal effects. I forgot to mention that before.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we took a long rest. None of this is magical. We have her hat, her cloak, a stuffed snake. I don't have to give that away if someone wants to keep the stuffed snake. Pruning shears we
Tempting.
might keep because we have plants to prune now, maybe.
Mhm.
So the cape and the hat came from the succubus.
Ah, that's right. Well, then they might be magical.
They are indeed magical.
Okay, we'll talk about that in the stuffed snake.
Not magical.
Okay, well, does anybody want this?
I kind of do.
Okay. Well, here is her parasol. It didn't help her. Lan does not say what he was thinking. He almost said it didn't help her with the fall.
She didn't fall.
With the jump.
She fell. That's just how gravity works.
But this was hers, I think. So here you go.
Do you remember the way you
Yeah.
the lady that you found?
Mhm.
Right, she was dead.
Yep.
The other woman that was alive was a succubus
Mhm.
Uh huh.
who can shapeshift.
Ah.
Succubuses have wings.
Okay.
So she stabbed him.
Yeah.
And then
Lan was
jumped
making a
off.
joke about the parasol. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. So yes, it
'Cause-
was the succubus was the one that came up to
Yeah.
the tower, stabbed the husband, and jumped off.
Jumped off.
Were they
Yeah,
in
she was already
cahoots?
dead.
Yeah, she was already dead.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we have her effects. Maybe, and you were like, that's not her hat and cloak. And I'm like, and you want the stuffed snake. And we should keep the pruning shears. Here's the parasol again. Like, I don't know.
Do we give it? Nah. How about the? Nah. Here, yes.
Here's a parasol. Unless we have any industrious goths
Nope.
You need a parasol?
No.
Okay.
If,
Well, I'm
if
going to
they're
delete
hot-
that.
If you're hot, they're hot. Bring them inside.
That's true. It is that time of the year.
Yes. So the leader, the priest, looks at you and says, "Is there something else you wanted? Other than the lemons, I'm not sure. I can, I can't really produce any potions. I could heal you if anyone is hurt, but I don't believe you are."
It's a
What?
good thing you asked for those lemons and
Do,
you take them.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you'd be a lemon stealing whore.
Wow.
What?
I'm sorry, you had lemons.
That's where I thought we were
yeah,
going
that's
with that.
Yeah.
Do you know where Almanator, that's probably saying this wrong, midday suns pour forth like water?
Wait 1 minute, please. And he heads back up to his room and grabs a bunch of papers. He comes back down. He hasn't read them. He just ran up, grabbed them, and came back down with them. This is what I have about the ceremony. Perhaps something in it could be of use to you.
Yeah.
Good chance.
Yeah. So we'll take that.
Are
Yeah.
they written in common?
Yes. As whoever wants to grab them can sort of skim through them, and it says basically that you would the next step of this is to head north into the desert,
It is.
and that
Oh, going into the desert? Should we, like, have more water? Get some horses? Camels?
he almost comically like looks around, and no, we don't have horses here.
Oh, do you have
I
the
mean-
bottom of the tower?
How did they get up the
Mapkeeper
stairs?
guy. Mapkeeper guy. Stair minder guy.
Stairmaster?
What?
Sonny
Like,
saw
make
the shimmer.
friends go make friends with that horse you saw.
See if they have any other friends. Yeah, this is the next step. But Sonny, correct me if I'm wrong. North is not west,
No, north is not west.
and you're seeing the shimmer in the west.
Correct.
Well,
The
all we
paper
have to go on.
mentions a city-state by the name of Zendith Jan.
Okay.
And if you,
Sure, Jan.
Sure, Zendith.
If you mention that out loud, then Jernigan will tell you that yes, to reach, he has heard of that place before, though it is not. He tries to find a delicate way of saying it's not abandoned.
He spits on the ground, spins around, crosses himself, and says, "Adios, mio."
Very close. Yes, it is to the north of here. You will need to head through the shield and cross through the mountain pass. It will be somewhere north of that.
Any settlements along the way?
Yes, the shield is a
Okay.
settlement.
All right. Well,
Um,
maybe we can get equipment there.
As you as you're like talking to him about all this stuff, you hear a sort of a bark in the background, and Gravy comes
Philip's like, don't forget your dog, idiots.
comes running up from he does a stretch and everything. You can tell he was asleep in someone's bed alcove for the last few hours.
Living his best
So-
life.
Mm-hmm.
Gravy.
He wags his tail and comes over very happily.
Yeah, he gets pets.
Oh yeah,
Where's
he
this
gets
from?
pets. Say what?
It's like, where's this from?
We had
The
a dog
dog?
before we met you.
Oh,
Well, he's a wolf, coyote, something.
Coyote.
Yeah, it's like
Coyote.
a coyote.
Hmm.
His name's Gravy.
It's just
So
a
Ranger
dog.
dude was his friend, I guess, and he died.
oh,
Now he's our
Yeah.
friend, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, we're friends.
Friends with the dog. Big whoop. Want to fight about it?
No.
Oh, that wasn't in
Surprising.
character.
Do you, yeah, you have any other questions? I want to, make sure you guys have, if you have any questions for where to go or whatever, just,
Yeah.
Follow the light.
just questions for Jernigan, the head cleric of this settlement.
Well, yeah, just any information he has on the shield and how to get there. That's the main thing.
Yeah, he says, you'll head back across the platform to the west here, and then you'll follow along the edge of the mountain that is surrounds the gardens
The
below,
rim, yeah.
and then just head north. The shield is quite large. It would be very difficult to miss it. Yeah. And from there, once you get there, they will, you can pass through. They are very protective, so they probably won't let you into the city proper, but they will get you through and allow you to continue on through the desert into the Zendith Jan region.
I thought you said it was mostly abandoned.
It is. It is very much abandoned.
Then why would they stop us?
They stand to protect us here in the south from all that is evil and destructive of the north.
Yeah.
Last I heard, the shield was going to prepare something against it's like the people dogs. I'm not sure what they are.
Knowles?
That sounds about right.
Wolfmen? Bugbears? That's more of
No.
a bear than a dog, but still, some people get them confused.
No sounds about right, but it's been a few years, or not years. It's been a few months since we've had anyone come by from that area, so I don't know. They may have already succeeded and wiped the threat out, but there's always danger around the next corner. So
Well, yeah, it makes sense. Keeping things in is about the same as keeping everything else out when you think about it. All right, well,
very, very wise words.
it's Landvillin.
Yes, yes, we will.
Yeah.
LAV.
No.
Yeah. Somebody starts to spell it.
LANV, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. MOUSE. Yep.
KEY.
Landvillin.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Cool, well.
Let's go get our shit, I guess.
Is that the closest settlement to you? To us right now? Is this where the dwarves would have gone? Basically. Probably not.
No, they are. So they went across our bridge.
Back where we came from.
Yes. And have said they needed some supplies, and so I do believe that mostly they would be getting timber.
Okay.
They said it would take some time. They'd have to set up some kind of what's the word? It's like they said they were gonna have to build a thing that would like cut it. Um, that's like a
A saw?
yeah, like a saw something, sawmill.
Yeah.
Because they were gonna need some pretty big pieces of wood. So
A dwarven logging camp directly from World of Warcraft. That's what they need to build.
Job's done.
Yeah.
and once you head back across the bridge, you will start to see where they have actually started like they are going very industrious with this. Like they are. It's why it's taking so long is because they aren't just like cutting down a tree and gonna drag it across. Like they are going to build a like sawmill first, so that they can cut down and mill everything to the proper size. Like these are they're focused more on the craftsmanship rather than the expediency of it.
I already hear merry melodies as like shit like a like just is instantly built put up that like functionally works immediately.
I think that song is called "The Machine" or something like that.
Damn.
That makes sense. Cool. Then I was just wondering if we would run into them, but yeah, they're doing stuff. That's cool.
You would see them, like as you head back across. Like once it starts to get some of the timber and wooded areas, you would definitely see them.
Before
in a forest.
I would say before we leave, Sonny's gonna put his hand on the guy's shoulder, be like, "Can you do me a favor?"
Hey.
I can most definitely try.
Take better care of the land below the tower. Don't let what happened happen again. It will displease the gods and me.
He's a little shooken, little stunned by that.
Art thou shooketh?
We will have more regular patrols. We will definitely
Oh,
do keep a
Philip.
better eye. What?
Before we left, I stole a bunch of their mushrooms.
From the guards below?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I can allow it.
If they
Good
are
job.
having less mushrooms, they'll be bored and have to take better care of the garden, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, totally. Yep, that sounds good.
These things are related.
You know, maybe they can keep the weapons in the dwarven, logging camp. The dwarves will make weapons for them. They can go pick them up, go patrol. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just don't let the weapons in the city. Leave them down there at the camp. Yeah. So Sonny will thank him. Like, thank you.
Very well. Would anyone like to
I'll give
Is there anything else?
Lan a thumbs up when they're just out of view of him.
Yeah, return it. 80s action movie style. Yeah.
anything else you guys
Corvette.
want from to see at the while you're up here or anything? The Spire or the statues
I
or the
want to
fountains
see.
or anything? Because
Sunny,
technically Tita has never seen anything here.
I'm just, been taking it all in. Just, when Sonny put his hand on his, Jorgen's shoulder. Jorgen's, I don't know. It's a soap. Jernigan, whatever. Don't stop believing. I half expected, to upcast inflict wounds. So, a little let down.
No, he just got this position. He's no days away from retirement.
That's right.
Can't end his career now. If he fucks up again, maybe.
For Tita,
Technically, he didn't fuck around. He didn't fuck it up, so he gets one chance.
He gets a chance to try at least.
Yeah.
For Tita, since you are new to all this, on the map, the fountain in the center brings water up from the center of the spire itself. When you were inside where they were excavating, that is where some of the water was like pouring out of and creating a little river that you had to get muddy from. I'm not sure if you remember that part. And then E's are the greenhouses. That's where they grow a lot of their like vegetables that they eat, and some of their that's where the lemons came from. Although they're not quite lemons, they're sort of like a cross between like a lemon and a grapefruit.
Ugh, don't want them.
You don't know that yet.
Yeah.
What? Why are you
we
doing
can
that
use
to
it-
me?
You
Why
can
are you
use
doing
it-
that to me?
You can use other things for the grapefruit or lemons.
Okay,
Mhm.
it'll be a cross between a lemon and a kiwi. How's that? So it's a
There you go.
sweeter lemon.
That actually
Or
sounds
orange.
good.
Call it a
Yeah, it was
orange.
like a tangelo or
I like it.
something.
Mm. Oh, sorry. All the sea areas on the map are part of their garden areas, and those are statues. And there are a bunch of statues very similar to what you were, a week ago.
A week? I thought it had only been a few days. Somebody's sword.
You were
Oh,
that
yeah.
a week ago, to be fair.
Yeah, but I thought
Yeah, I guess you are correct. Like 3 or 4
Jurgen
days
said
ago
it was
is
been
when-
only a couple days.
Yes, you are correct. So yeah, some of them are. There's a bunch of different creatures, humans and elves and dwarves, some animals, some creatures you've probably never seen before. So
No horses.
there is a unicorn.
We could ride that through the desert.
It's a stone unicorn.
Oh, I
We'll
thought they
put
were
wheels.
actual.
We'll put wheels on it. We'll just stick, and then we'll ride it. Only ride it downhill though.
Yep. And do they have coconuts? Can we cut up with some coconuts and
Yes. They probably have
Where'd
a
you get those
coconut-like substitute.
coconuts?
A coconut-like
swallow?
substitute. Yeah. Although I will say that, yeah. How do I want to phrase it? If you asked super nicely, the priest might be willing to turn it into a real unicorn if you wanted, but then you could actually ride it. But that's only one of you.
Yeah, we could all fit on it. I believe.
I don't know if a unicorn would let you ride it. It'd be like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, how good are you?
Just rub its horn.
Once again I ask, is anyone in this party good?
No.
Neutral, good.
I'm in the
There
middle.
you go. See, you could probably ride a unicorn, yeah. They literally go, "Are you good?" Nope, fuck off.
Unicorns themselves are neutral good, aren't they? Usually,
Do you think
Yeah,
I could like
unless it's
talk
like a
to
dickhead
it?
unicorn.
No, they're.
I
just
don't know.
lie.
I haven't met any good unicorns.
I mean, they're celestial beings. They are
Yeah.
the definition of good.
Yeah, that's why they won't let anyone ride them unless they're
I
good
don't
too.
know. I feel like I could talk to it and be like, "Sup, look, I'm totally fey elf and I like aminals. Wanna chill out?" And then I wouldn't ride it immediately. We'd have to hang out for a couple weeks until it was like, you know what?
Get to
You're
know one
chaotic,
another.
but we're friends.
Yeah. You could try.
That's the story of Unicorn, my best friend. But oh.
They do a lot of damage. I just want to warn you. If you're gonna try that, they do a lot of damage. Just gonna
No.
warn you.
Mm-mm.
And they are a large creature, so they could. I'm sure maybe 2 people could ride a unicorn.
Yeah,
I don't know what
probably.
the other 3 of you would do though.
All right, me and Sunny, here we go.
There you go. Get the frontliners on a unicorn.
Onward.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to see what happens? You want to try and befriend a unicorn or no? De-stonify somebody? Greater restoration?
I mean,
I'm fine. What do you guys want to do?
No, I'm good.
Do you have a potion to make people unstoned?
No.
Like a soft.
My
We had a
thing
scroll
is,
and we used it on you.
my
Yeah,
thing
the one I
also
was
is,
holding.
Yeah.
if they can cast Greater Restoration, why are they just letting people be stoned?
Because that
Because
is
they're down there and
nature's-
not up here.
Because that's the way of nature. Remember, I asked them this and they were like, just
Mhm.
let nature do nature's thing, dog.
No.
And that's when I
that-
decided I didn't
Dog.
like them. Yeah.
So I mean, yes,
Dogs.
Jernigan does have the power to reverse it, but because their edict is that nature is nature, they don't change what nature has done. Now, like I said, you might be able to convince them otherwise if you want to do something, but that's the current status quo of why the things are the way they are.
Any donkeys?
Any donkeys? No.
No pack animals.
No. There are elves, humans, dwarves.
We'll just get a couple elves. Then.
gnome.
We'll lash them together and have them pull the cart.
A gnome,
That's extremely unethical.
2 orcs, a unicorn, 3 porpoises, and
Oh,
a human, and an illind.
I'm gonna ask him how he feels about slavery.
We
How
just
he
take the
feels about-
porpoise to the desert.
How he feels about slavery?
Yeah, because he's enslaved these people as statues forever.
He says that he did not enslave them,
Yeah, but you're the boss now, and so you're in charge of their existence.
and we will ensure that they continue to exist as best we can.
And you let them go. I know we already went over this and why, but I think it's stupid.
You think you want them to be freed?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I can see why, but why would I change what has already been done to them? It was nature has done. They fell to something. We make sure that they continue and that they are not destroyed, and that they are able to continue.
So like,
But nothing.
imagine you had. Do you have a family? You have a family.
My family is here.
Cool. Imagine 2 of them just went like missing, and they got turned to stone, and somebody else had them somewhere. When you want them to let them go,
I don't equate them as being like let go
People?
versus being held prisoner. They were turned to stone.
I'm sorry, the words you say are the same thing.
They were turned to stone at some location.
That's not answering the question.
I
Wouldn't
don't
you
think
want
he can.
the person to be unstoned?
But also, when you're turned to stone and just living on being
It's
stoned,
gonna
you
cover
don't-
Tita's house mouth. Cover Tita's mouth.
Cover her whole house.
Answer the
Yeah.
question.
I mean, you're not
No.
gonna win with him.
If my family had been turned to stone somewhere out in the world, I would hope that something could undo it. But no, that is what happened to them. That is their fate.
But
Well-
you are that thing that can undo that.
So are we. So let's just come back and do it ourselves. We're nature.
Nature's my middle name.
Roll me a
Is it?
persuasion check.
Who, me?
Yeah.
See if I
Just
can
trying to
see
help.
my character sheet.
Ah, no, I'm not charismatic.
Yeah. You don't talk to people.
Can
In
I
fact,
help?
you hate talking to people.
Yeah, in fact, you do not like doing it.
Do you wanna go with the 12, or do you want someone else to try and step in at the last bit of your argument?
Whatever.
It's your call.
No, it's up to somebody else if they want to try and step in.
I'm just gonna do it when we come back. We're nature. He doesn't want to do it. It's against his tenets. We'll just do it, and he won't stop us.
He says he listens to your argument, and he says, "Okay, I will, for what you've done for us and how you feel about these statues. I will free two groups of statues."
Here's my suggestion request. If you have had a statue here for 100 years or something, look into your records. Don't do that one, because you're just gonna make the people sad when you turn them back, and you're like, all right, you can go home. Oh wait, you don't have a home because you've been
Exactly.
gone for 200 years. So like, pay attention to that when you pick your people to free. Okay?
No, what
There's
I'm
no
saying
concept
is,
of time.
I will free one group that you want.
I want the people who could theoretically still have families to be free.
Well, that's research for us.
We do have some records.
That's your job. We
Yeah.
have to go kill a vampire.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll just.
And
come
I'm gonna
back and
boop
do
his
it.
nose. That's your job.
Yeah, his with the persuasion, he's willing to any one group of these.
He said
people-
2. Yep.
2 groups. Okay.
It's
any of the-
recoded.
any of these 2 groups, he will let you free. If you want to pick them, if you do the unicorn, they're mystical beings. They don't have families to go back to, so you could do that. That's if you pick the porpoises, you're gonna have to get them to the ocean somehow.
Yeah.
You could do the group of elves because there's like 4 or 5 elves.
Again, it's based entirely on who might still have families to go back to, and I'm leaving the research for that up to this guy because we have other shit to do.
Well, then he's not going to do it.
I mean, technically, the elves could probably still have family because.
Lean
They're elves.
forward.
So technically, the elves could still have family because they're elves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
just be on our conscience, which is fine. But I say we could just go, come back, and do it. And Lan is saying this out loud. He's not going to
All right,
stop us.
you owe me later. We got time. Bye.
Very well.
Her voice has gone from like not caring at all to me being just an idiot.
Okay. Where is the map?
I have to write it down on like a whole page by itself in here so I don't forget.
Come back
May
for revenge.
promise we'll be back.
Do. I'm not sure. Can everyone see the map in the journals? Did I
Yes.
make that
just
available to
popped
everybody? Okay.
Backwards.
What was that?
Keep talking.
I'm just trying to make it big enough for the stream. Okay. So you are in the Hanging Gardens. Ignore the second part of that name.
Mm.
And to the north of you is the shield, as he referred to it. But you have a map, and it calls it Shield Ballistica, as that is its true name.
Basilica.
Basilica, did I say?
Ballistica.
I like my word better.
Yes,
Uh,
I agree.
And which way was the star pointing?
West
Towards the Sinmire, probably.
or
Well, no,
Wailing,
actually towards.
the Wailing Glacier.
Yeah.
West by southwest.
So the Krieg
So Krieg
Forest,
Forest.
or Doan.
Doan.
Doan would be the closest city or town, I assume.
Yeah, Wailing Glacier would be like a northwester way, so no, it wasn't
Yeah.
there.
Doan or someplace unmarked between Wailing Glacier and Doan. Well, it's not where we're going right now. I guess if it moves, that's something to be concerned about. Probably.
Now, do we go north immediately, or do we follow this? Potentially, we need something west before we go north.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Looking
Well-
at the map, can I tell if anything just kind of rings a bell from old life
Long
stuff?
time ago.
Yeah. Like how
Um,
much this map has changed. And or do I even know where it's at? Because,
So, the spot on the mountain northwest of you, where it says the Wailing Glacier, that area in the mountains, part of the Hollow Spire Mountains, is sort of where you're from. You don't know what the Wailing Glacier is, and I'm not even sure if that'd be on the map. But this is just the map that is in the beginning of every book,
Right.
so I don't have anything else to go by.
okay.
Yeah, so that area, but you don't know why it's called the Wailing Glacier.
Right.
Your home was a little bit cold, but
It's good. It makes you so you don't feel your fists when they hurt.
Quite true.
Okay, that's all I was wondering. I'll point out that, I was like, oh, it's like, I believe it from this map. I was somewhere from this area. Fun fact for the day.
Well, I mean, if this is the map minus some things, there's not much north from Zindajan, so maybe we'll just naturally come back down.
Good.
I'm not sure. I mean, we could be. Who knows where that's leading us?
Yeah.
I don't know. We could call a vote.
What, go to the shield or follow the
Mhm.
star?
Yeah. Or just follow what trail we do have.
So it appears 200 miles through the mountains and the desert from Shield.
It will be a bit of a trek, and the heat of the desert will be unenjoyable. But that is
The trek.
That is where the next the riddle that you had received from the original doors would tell you to go that way.
But why?
We are pressed for time.
Did we not explain to you we're making a weapon to fight a vampire?
No, I
That's why.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know that
Sonny
why.
holds it out and makes mouth noise like, "Watcha!" Swings it out.
But why would the weapon point in the other direction?
Is it?
I thought
Is that why?
Something
So,
is pointing in the other direction.
Sonny, if you put down the weapon, does the star go away?
Is the
But
star
Like
in
if
the
you're
room
not
with us
holding
right
it?
now?
Yeah.
Don't you see it too, Lan, though?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Do what Tita said.
Yeah.
Sonny will hand the weapon over to Tita for a second.
Do I see it? I mean, I didn't meditate, but do I see it?
Yeah, holding the scepter, and you look to the west because you don't know what their direction specifically they're talking about. You don't really see anything until about after maybe a minute. Like you're just about to the point of like I don't think there's anything here, and you're about to hand it back, and then you see what might be a slight shimmer on the horizon.
Sonny, I believe I see this now, but did yours go away?
Yes. See, stop calling me crazy.
Yeah, it's just the weapon that we need to use that's driving you crazy. That's good.
So, are any of the next things that direction? Are we still in the tower?
I mean,
You
we
can be,
haven't
yeah.
left yet.
Is the dude still here?
Journey, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna describe the other 5 things to him.
Okay.
Are any of those in like that-ish direction?
Just to be sure. So when you, he doesn't know all of them, but when you mention with the 6th strike of the Red Knight's grindstone, virtue is proffered. The Red Knight is who the people of the Shield worship.
That's
Same direction.
no. The shield's north, isn't it?
Yeah, same direction as the desert is what I'm saying.
Well, I was talking about the west.
Yeah,
anything
I'm just
in-
saying. Go
I'm
ahead.
telling Philip that what I was asking about was the west.
I'm trying to see. So Yes. To the
Question mark?
west. West southwest. He has heard like the one that says the pool like embers. He does know of a city down there that's like built within a caldera, a volcanic caldera.
That does sound lava-y.
That would be his best guess.
Alright, well. It's probably something that the scepter wants us to do, but doesn't seem like the next one that we need to do.
No.
But why would it pop up now?
Getting far enough along that it can point at things.
We need to do it in a specific order, though. Why point us out of order?
Maybe it's not pointing out of order. Well, maybe it's pointing out of order in the worst way it possibly could. Maybe that's where we need to go last, if you get my meaning.
Like it's targeting a specific person.
Yeah.
Which is why, if it starts to move, we should start to move quickly.
It's the closest vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you have landed upon it. It will tell you where the bad guy is at all times. A
Can't tell us
pool.
that.
I mean,
Why do we have to get GPS like second?
Well, just to see if he's chasing us, I guess.
We all wake up. Whoever's holding the scepter is like, holy shit, it's really bright in this room. And we're all like, uh-oh.
I also hand the scepter back.
The other two abilities, which I'm not exactly sure how to describe, that the scepter received from this, is that you now have detect undead up to 30 feet, and an ability which is not quite, people have modified it for 5th edition, but it's called Death Watch.
Seeing health, yeah.
It allows you to see health on people, and whether any creature within 30 feet of you that you can see. It won't work through walls, unlike Detect Undead will. You can tell if it's alive, dead, or undead. And if it is alive, I will give you a rough quarter of it where it's at. So, like, oh, like you hit it and like, oh, this thing's at, over 75% health, or this thing's below 25% health type thing.
All right.
Useful.
The number of times, or just whenever that will.
I will, forever. The scepter just can. And anything else anointed.
So
Charles!
just opens his eyes.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Tell me what your elf eyes see. How much hit points does he have?
Not a lot.
Actually, that's a good point. Maybe we should all take a little sip.
We don't do any more, do we?
Gotta wait
Nope.
for 2 days.
I'm just gonna put Lan on my shoulder or on the side of my head like a scouter.
Unfortunately, this is a magical object. You can recreate the vial. You cannot recreate the oil.
We'd have to go take some. That's why I was hiding it, because I knew that he would not like that. And the party didn't like that at first, but they seem okay with it now. Which is good.
I don't know that I disliked it.
I didn't even know it happened.
I just remember everyone going, "We will stop you." And I'm like, well, then I'll have to use an illusion, and I'll have to make it happen. Everyone was like, "Don't do that. That's a bad idea." And I'm like, "You can't stop me."
No, it was like, don't do that now. That's a bad idea now.
No, I remember the discussion. It was like, "We will stop you."
All right.
A lot can change in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we don't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Okay. So which direction?
North, I
vote
guess.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
you.
now-
Very
since
nice,
now
nice.
we've gotten a peek behind the curtain, we know what the glow is. So going that way is not advised yet.
No, it is not. Okay.
Unless we want to end the game early.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Hang on,
He's,
guys. I can go re-roll here real quick.
I mean, he's clearly not at full power. He hasn't decided to take over the world yet. So maybe he's
Sun's
weak
still
enough
there.
that you're strong enough. You never know, right?
You know what? Good point. We're going west.
You're a bad influence.
We're gonna go to the
People
level
do
4.
love-
We're gonna go to the level 14 area at level 5. Fuck it.
Yep.
I ain't never scared.
Okay.
You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch.
Then with that, you all begin your trek around the crater and heading north towards Shield. How do you say it again? Shield what?
Basilica.
Basilica.
Basilica. Shield
I
Basilica.
like Ballista.
Ballistica. It's a pretty cool word. Not gonna lie.
Shield Ballistica.
Yes.
So you make your way there,
Downtown.
and it takes maybe takes several days. It is quite a trek, and the mountains help protect against the change in temperature. Why there's a desert on the other side.
That rain shadow.
Do you ever miss
Mhm,
that
mhm.
fucking chicken sometimes?
No.
What chicken? Well, doesn't
Ah.
like the dog?
Let me tell you about the chicken.
Okay.
Why would you miss the chicken?
It all started with the chicken. Yeah. So
No, God. Hold on.
Okay.
Myrno, why would you miss the chicken?
I just asked if anybody else ever missed the chicken. Like whenever
I
we're
wanna know
having
about-
these like long stretches of travel, every once in a while, think about those early mornings with that damn chicken.
So you don't actually miss its presence? Like, okay.
No.
You miss the mornings where we
Yeah.
weren't trying to kill a vampire.
Yeah, actually.
Things were
Right.
certainly simpler then.
Yeah, simpler.
Fair.
That's what the word I was looking for. Simpler. And the noisiness of that damn bird just made me think about that.
Hmm.
I like it. I like it. Throwback to the very first episode. Yeah. So
Well.
as you go, it takes a couple. Like I said, it'll take you a few days to get there. It's quite the trek. Once you head north, you get to. Where is it? Oh, come on, load. As you're making your way, you can see a large wall, probably 100, maybe 200 feet, just raising straight up the side of this mountain pass. It blocks the entire path, east to west, like two giant walls. And in front of this giant wall, a town has started to build up. People they're not able to enter the shield, and so they're sort of hiding at its base for protection, and maybe other things. And as you get close enough, you learn that it is called Shield Fane.
Shield what?
Shield Fane.
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 Fan A.
Fancy.
Fragile.
Little Alamigo.
Do I have?
Sunny
Do we know why these people are here? Or why they won't be let in?
So
If not, I'll ask somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I'm gonna love this explanation.
So, yeah, as you get there, you see that this little city that has sort of grown up around the front of this wall. When you ask someone what they're doing here, some people here showed up originally because they wanted to join. The Shield Ballistica is a well-known army. They are some of the best of the best in the form of soldiers. They protect whatever is evil and destructive north of here from ever reaching into the more peaceful lands here to the south.
Seems very Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like half the high fantasy in the world.
Yes. So yes, that's pretty much it. Except people want to join this group.
Yeah, that's very not Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of honor and prestige in trying to become one of the soldiers of the Red Knight.
This seems wrong.
And then those that are not soldiers have shown up. Partially, they felt they could start trade here, whether it be with the actual people within the shield, or if it's the people who are living out in front of the shield. So, you guys remember towards the end of Fight Club, where everyone just stood on the porch waiting to be let in, and they kind of got slapped around for a while, and they said there's no such thing, and then eventually they disappeared inside. Like, it's sort of like that.
Oh. So you get abused until you get abused enough, then you get to go in.
I mean, not necessarily the abusive part, but when you can, if you show that you have worth as a soldier, if they believe you can bring something to them, then they will let you in and begin to train you.
We don't need training. We're professionals. Professionally dead.
Well, who do we talk to get through this place?
Sneak in.
It's a big shield. Like, how are we going to sneak in?
So if you can ask anyone, there is a tunnel. Essentially, there is a path that is carved through that travels the entire length of the shield from one side to the other. It is. Before I get to that, as you sort of start to really enter into the shield fane, Gravy starts to pick up some interest.
What's up, buddy?
Oh,
He
maybe
just-
it's just master.
He begins to show interest in the city, and doesn't want to leave, but
Maybe his buddy was from here.
Oh.
Didn't he say she still had a wife? He still had a wife here.
Was it
Still had a
here?
wife.
I'm gonna use to speak for animals.
you speak with animals.
No, animals.
Oh, I'm okay.
He can't.
Then
different spell.
all the animals in the area are now understandable to you.
Expandable?
Yes.
Okay.
Immutable.
So yeah, I'm gonna speak with animals and ask Gravy what's up.
He says that yes, this is his master's home.
Cool. Is that lady that you mentioned before here also?
Yes. This is. You should still have it in his journal. Is the letter that she wrote to him, urging him not to take on his search of the swamp.
Yes.
Which I know Michelle has in her notes because I saw her write it down when I was rewatching the video that we did this all in.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Coming to find out they're just drawing little circles.
Okay. My notes are really bad, you guys. Letter from Elsbeth from Shidbane?
Probably shield Fane.
Yep,
Shield
that's
Fane.
Shield Fane or Shidbane.
Man, I need to take a shit bane right
The
now.
E and the L smooshed together and look like a D. Shidbane.
Seems good.
All right.
Hey guys, let's go to shit bane.
My handwriting is really bad. I can't read it, which is, I should have become a doctor, I guess.
Yes.
Anyhow, yeah. Elsbeth, that was the name. I was gonna ask him what her name was, but I wrote it down, and now I remember. Thanks.
Me.
Do you
Well, thanks, Philip, for telling me that I should remember.
and do you remember? Does anyone remember what you got from him?
A ring, a
I
black
remember.
book,
A
a
dog.
journal, a letter, a dog.
What kind of ring?
Not technically wrong.
There's
Ring
like
of water
a
walking.
ringety ring of like a shieldity, like a symbol
A
thing.
signet.
That
A
one.
signet ring.
A shieldedy kind of ringety rang dang dang dang
The ring-
dang.
Yeah.
Stop. You look like a man.
Look like a man.
Yeah, that the signet ring.
The promise ring.
That's it. That's different.
Uh,
I mean,
broke
a
my eye.
promise ring could be a signet ring. I mean, we don't know these people.
He
I
broke
promise
that.
to work for you forever.
He broke that promise. He did.
Oh.
I mean,
Harsh.
he
But yeah.
probably said, until death do us part. There you go.
Oh, it's a promise ring, not a marriage ring.
Oof.
So Rusgart is his name.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just walk straight up to the freaking gate and be like, "Hey, sup?"
There are 2 guards outside the gate, and they look at you and say, "What?"
They say sub.
Sup? So like, and she actually stops and laughs. She's like, "You recognize this dog?"
No.
No. How about Rusgart? You know that guy?
No.
Really?
Wow, what a bunch of noobs. This is your first day on the job?
They kind of look at
Oh,
each
no.
other and no.
Rusgard was like the man. Like, he was somebody that you went to and you needed stuff done. I don't know how you couldn't just not know him. I think you know him. You're just not telling us because you don't like us. And let me tell you something here.
I put my hand over Hita's mouth again.
I was done after that anyways.
Perfect timing.
Just gonna
We,
let you cook.
We came to see Elsbeth about Rusgard. Also, this is his dog.
Okay.
Can we
She's-
be admitted entrance?
Can we go in,
What are you trying to go in?
talk to Elsbeth about Rusgard?
It's very
Do-
important.
So he.
What they're trying to say is, can we please go into the basilica?
What business do you have in the basilica?
We're trying
We're
to
try-
we're trying to deliver message of a death to a bereaved.
It is
A guy
unlikely.
We're trying to tell his wife. In case I used too big of words for you.
It is
And return this
unlikely-
dog, perhaps.
It is unlikely that anyone's wife would be within the basilica.
Girlfriend?
I just-
Same.
Special friend? I mean,
Let me.
I mean, you guys are
so-
there together, so
No. Okay. So, I probably described this wrong. So Shield Fane is the city that has popped up in front of the shield,
Okay.
not inside the shield.
Okay, so we need to find Elsbeth in this city that's behind us.
Yes.
Got
Yes,
Right.
you walked through the city and are at now the giant gates. And so that's sorry. So yes, I described that wrong.
Okay, so
P.S. We need to get through here at some point.
Yeah.
We'll be back to have that conversation.
Are you just water tribe outing them?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Pray-
Tita will.
Oh, you couldn't hear it, but when I did the water tribe, multiple things cracked. My neck, my wrist, I'm pretty sure my one shoulder popped. Fuck, I made it like creaky old wood.
Yeah.
Oh man. Your UI is just showing like, hey, don't do that.
So yes, she is somewhere in the Shield Fane, which is outside of the Basilica.
Have the
Well.
dog show us where home was.
So Ridio can sort of ask the dog to lead his way, but things are a little bit different. He's not 100% sure where. He's not 100% sure where she might be.
Follow your nose.
Wherever it goes. Something about flavors, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I had to start yelling out their name.
Well, does someone want to give me like an investigation check?
I'll do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. It's transparent, but I'm gonna do it. Wait, what check am I doing again?
Investigation.
Thank you.
Investigation.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. Myrna does like a basically it looks like a half-ass investigation, so she's just like, all right, I've got nothing. Who's
Pulls
next?
out a little pipe.
Pulls out a pipe and like blows bubbles with it.
Yeah, she's like,
Uh,
I went to college.
She says that as she's like blowing balls. I went to college.
Yes, doesn't help you find people, but you did indeed go to college.
It's an important part of her character.
Listen, it wasn't a detective college, or was it?
No, but she went to college.
Fair enough.
Our investigation specialist is no longer here. I can try.
I'm trying.
Hey.
16.
Eh.
With a
I
16,
take the pipe bubble.
you where do you think you'd want to go to look? Like, where's some place that you think Tita would say, I want to start here with their investigation?
The bar.
Okay. So you head to the tavern, the local tavern. It's called the Sundered Shield. And I mean, you enter in, and there are a few patrons. Most people here seem to be younger, fit. You know, the type that would try to join an elite military fighting force. And one or two sort of older people who are maybe like merchants of some sort. You don't know truly what they are, but. And then a couple people, that work here.
I'm gonna just stroll up to the barkeep person. Be like, so hey, let me I'm gonna buy a whatever. Give me
An ale.
Yeah, give me an ale of whatever size they come in, and I'll slap that down.
Okay.
Then whenever they come to bring it back over, be like, do you know where I could find maybe some people that used to how do you put this delicately, like their significant other has been gone and they're on their own, And or do you know people by these names? And I say the names because I've forgotten which ones they are. Lisbeth
El-
and Rocksteady.
Ruxgar. Though I do wish he was named Rocksteady now.
That's his nickname. We're gonna call him that from now on.
I mean, it can't be more steady than dead.
Yeah.
It's pretty steady.
The barkeep, doesn't recognize the names. Like he thinks about it. He's like, I'm not great with names. What did they do?
I get
What-
the. Well, it was just a promise ring. It wasn't really a signet ring, right?
Right. Yeah. It won't have any.
Ruskar. What was Ruskar? He was a ranger. He was like a ranger adventurer or something like that.
Hmm.
Investigator potentially. Because
I'm, doing one of these for somebody that actually knows more of the story than I'm just trying to recall.
As you're like waving over somebody, like, oh, I might have a lead. Come here. Gravy basically runs over and sort of like puts his, big old paws on one of the bar stools, and the barkeep goes, "What the? Oh, Gravy!" and like pets his head.
Yeah, it's that guy whose dog
Oh.
is.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Sorry, I'm not great with people. But
Not all those dogs.
I remember Gravy. You're a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You want
Yeah.
a treat? Do you want? Okay, I'll get you a
He's
treat.
such a boy.
He is such a good boy.
And he goes and fetches some sort of like day old mutton or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been trash, but a coyote will eat it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A day old mutton, that's like a delicacy for any sort of dog.
Mhm.
It's like I can't
Uh,
sell this, but
He's like, well, I do remember he had a master, yes. You say a ranger, I do ring some bells. But the guy with the face,
Mm-hmm. We're more specifically looking for his girlfriend, spouse, whichever they were at the time, because he's
Yes.
not really around anymore. If you catch my drift.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You don't need to be so beating around the bush about it. Just say the guy's dead.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they could have been close friends. Just not remembered each other.
They're super close. He just doesn't know his name.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like all
Hey,
my friends,
sometimes
whose
you
name
got
I
those
don't know.
people that come in all the time. It's like, I don't know your name, but you're cool.
Yeah. He says he doesn't know the spouse or the girlfriend's name. You had said Elsbeth, but he'll believe you. He doesn't know. He thinks that she works over as sort of like doing like laundry work. So, there is like a place where someone will just clean laundry for people. They can bring in their clothes. A lot of times the soldiers will bring their clothes and pay for it to be washed. But he's not sure if that's what she does or if she's like a servant and cleans for somebody particular. So, but he does sort of point you sort of in the right direction. Just head east. It tells you sort of where the laundromat is and where where sort of like the more wealthy people live. So
Yeah.
All right.
somebody will give me another investigation roll.
Our actual investigation person.
I'll give it. He's not here anymore. I'll give it a try. Yeah, none of us are int characters.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Where do you want to go to? The laundromat or the wealthy district?
It would be hilarious to go to the wealthy district for Sunny, I'm sure that'll go over very well. But we'll say the laundromat.
Okay.
To save everybody trying to pull him away from lighting a house on fire.
Just gonna let you cook, man.
Oh, there will be cooking.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Big.
So you head to the local laundromat. There are a bunch of like soldiers, sort of walking in and out carrying uniform items to have cleaned there. A couple, more common people that aren't soldiers, maybe the middle class. It's not a huge city by any means. So there's the wealthy classes, just a little bit. That's like the merchants who are able to sell stuff. Maybe the guy that owns the tavern is part of the wealthy class type thing. But anyway, yeah. So you see a few people. So yeah, you head in and you can find the owner. What would you like to say?
I said we don't know. We don't have a picture or anything. So I guess I'll just ask if he knows a woman or has heard of a woman named Isbeth.
What?
Can Ridio get Gravy to describe her if he's ever seen her?
So he's not good at describing people.
Mm-hmm. That's what I
Initially, when you tried to like ask him to describe his master, his words were tall, proud, and male.
Mm-hmm.
Like those were his descriptors.
Yeah.
Smells like meat.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he's not. He's got good eyesight. He just doesn't understand characteristics.
Could
Yeah,
he
you'd have
like?
to-
Could we say dark or light hair? Green eye? Brown eye?
I'm
Blue
colorblind.
We're playing Guess Who, but it could work. And I mean, if anyone had the type of speak with beasts that is just images, we'd get it right away. But I don't have that.
Oh,
In a momento, por favor.
Mm-hmm.
If only we had. Oh my god.
Alexos?
Yeah, Alexis.
That's immediately what I thought. I'm like, I don't got that.
Seahorse, you, me, beat 'em up, yeah.
So yes, with speak with animals, you can get a basic description, with darker hair, darker eyes, medium to lighter skin.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's start.
Unfortunately, can't go any further than.
Yeah.
So
He's
using
a
that
good boy
description,
for remembering that much.
Was she gray or gray?
she wore a lot of gray. Yeah. So with that description and the name, you give to the owner of the the laundromat. But unfortunately, he does not. She doesn't work here, so she has not. I don't recognize the name. The description sounds familiar, but it could be one of a few dozen women here.
What about single women? Or are they all single women here?
What do you mean?
You know, they don't have spouses.
Who is the hottest woman here? Asking for a friend who's
Yeah.
dead. But also, who is the hottest woman here?
So, the person you were talking to is a halfling, and to them, it's a elven person is the hottest person here.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All the single ladies.
Climb her like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I heard if you have milkshakes, it brings the girls to the yard.
Being climbed is
I mean, it brings boys to
can
the
be
yard.
fun.
So yes, unfortunately, there's nothing here at the laundromat.
Well,
Okay, well.
time to go mess with some rich people.
Oh, brother. Dealing with rich people is difficult.
I mean, you all are probably, well, I don't know. I don't know how much. Do you guys have any money? Have I ever given
I
money
mean-
as a reward? I think I have.
I
We
mean,
have a bag of gold.
Everybody
Oh,
we've been
no.
helping has been poor.
That's true. We do
I
have a
I
bag
have my
of gold.
starting money, I guess.
You have a bag of gold.
Yeah, it came from the succubus as well. It's like
Yes.
right with the
Is that
3
all the
potions,
gold we
30 bucks.
have?
Have you looked inside? You haven't counted it though?
No, because I think we were gonna do that. The hat, the cloak, not the pruning shears. Those are not magical. There's some gloves, but I think you said that they were not magical too. They were for the pruning shears.
I think
Is it-
Cyrus had a bunch of our money too.
Yep.
Oops.
I
He
mean,
did
at
a-
least Sonny gave him a bunch of money, so.
Yeah, that's why I was I made the joke. I was just like, who's gonna hold your money now?
Did he just pull an Aerith on us?
Yeah.
Both the party took
He
the good
did,
materia.
yeah.
He definitely took the pearl of power and the wand of gust of wind.
Good job, Cyrus.
I mean, also theoretically, he is continuing on his own adventure with the
You don't need it.
deep gnome, and is helping her with something. So he's theoretically still using those objects. To the
You
best
got
of
a
his
cannon.
ability.
He needs to live so he can come back when we're fighting the vampire.
Yeah.
Make his cameo last second hero appearance, right?
Mhm.
Or we can extort him when we save the world. One or the other.
There's that too.
But yeah, there's a bag of gold. There's gold in there.
The gloves are lady fancy lace gloves.
Yeah.
And parasol.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I gave them the parasol, I guess. The
And the
gloves are
fancy
still
lace
in there.
gloves.
Nah, I didn't. I looked at them and I went, I just have to offer him something because I started to talk about this. We could keep the gloves, I guess.
Okay. So do you want to look at do that stuff now, or you want to keep? Well, I guess we'll keep with the
Yeah.
head to the rich area.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone give me an investigation.
Can
Guess
it
it's my
be
thing.
the other thingy?
Which one?
That would be
Intimidation.
No.
Yeah. Hey,
Perception.
I do well on that one.
Yeah, perception.
just like looking throughout the city. Like, do I see this woman?
Yeah, not here.
Do I see her?
18.
The best so far.
Okay. So you head with Gravy into the sort of like I said, maybe like the merchants area. It's slightly better. Here the walls are all solid. There aren't live animals running around as much.
Oh, when the chickens were running around, did you feel better, Myrna?
You as you get to the richer area, you can see there are definitely people who have nicer clothing, people with like carts for pulling stuff, having maybe livestock to pull the carts. And yeah, what do you think you might like to do when you find any random person that appears to be living in this area?
Hey,
Yeah, me. Hello.
how you doing? Do you know anybody named Elsbeth?
Elsbeth?
Elsbeth? Like
Elsbeth?
Elizabeth, but Elsbeth?
Elizabeth.
No, Elsbeth.
Elsbeth. But is she
Like
what
looks
does she
to
sell?
Myrna and very, very quietly says, "Aren't rich people supposed to be smart?"
What
Yeah,
does she sell?
Clothing.
Her body?
Textile.
To the
Whoa.
night.
No, I can't think of any textile merchants with that name.
Do you know any merchants with that name?
Do you know-
No, I can't.
Do you know
Do you
this dog?
recognize this
Slash
dog?
show left.
No, I'm not a fan of animals.
Kill him.
Okay, and I just walk away.
Next guy, we're done here.
Oh,
He just taking it seriously, like start cracking her knuckles. Like, all
No,
right,
no,
here we
not-
go.
We're gonna go ask somebody else.
Uh,
Chill.
okay.
Do you
What
do you
the-
want me to roll the investigation?
no. Okay, so you go talk to another person who's another individual of also higher status.
No, actually, if there is anybody here that looks like not hoity-toity, that's who I would go talk to.
Okay, you can find someone who is of
So, like,
you know,
maybe
staff.
a page or a baker.
Well, you'd find someone who is more like a staff, someone who is like doing the
Okay.
laundry, or someone who's
Candlestick
taking like a
maker.
nanny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Lady turns to face you. Yes, how can I help you?
You know anybody named Elsbeth?
Elsbeth?
Elsbeth, yeah, this is her dog. He's lost.
Show left.
The name sounds familiar. Does she work around here?
Not really sure. We found him in a different town.
No, not if the dog works here.
Oh,
The-
that's what I mean. I don't know where the lady is really. Just the dog knew that she was here.
She was betrothed to Rocksteady.
Rosgart.
The two.
You know that she is probably something in like the cleaning business. That's why that was the things, either the laundromat or as a personal
Yeah.
cleaner. So
I mean, yes, but I was just saying what I wanted to say.
then no, she the name sounds familiar, but she doesn't know who it belongs to of anybody in particular.
Do you know why it sounds familiar? Like where it's from?
It may have been someone I've run into, but I'm not sure. I have occasionally, I'm out and help. I don't want to say master because she's not like a slave or something, but just like her employer will have her run errands. So she's like, yeah, sometimes my employer has me running errands, and I meet other people. So I mean, I do see people. So
Can I climb a building right now?
yeah, most stuff is fairly small.
Okay.
One story. Some things
I wanna-
aren't even a full story.
You
I'm gonna climb medium-ish building. Maybe not the tallest one, but one that I can definitely, get a vantage point.
Yeah, nothing's more than one story. So
Okay. Ridial, you want to come up here with me for a minute?
No, I'm still talking to this lady.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and make my voice really loud and yell Elizabeth's name.
okay, can you link the spell?
Maybe. oh yeah. There it went.
Yeah, cantrip.
Booms up to 3 times as loud.
Hell's breath.
Okay. Okay. You definitely do that. Do you just like keep repeating the name, or do you only say it once?
I'll say it and then, wait for, let's say 5 seconds. See if anybody says anything back, or see if there's any like extra movement around, or obviously there's gonna be people looking, but see if anybody it's like, oh, that's my name kind of deal, right? And then I'm gonna do it for the whole minute duration with like 5-second intervals.
Okay.
What are you doing? You're gonna get arrested.
I'll answer that
Uh,
question later. After a minute.
Do you want to
When
get
his voice
arrested?
when the voice isn't booming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get arrested. Fuck the police.
Yeah, you shout that from the rooftops for a minute. Yeah. Okay. After 30 45 seconds, somebody, a guy shows up and begins to like yell at you and like what are you doing? Get down from there. Like you are causing a scene.
I hate to agree with the uppity puppity, but it's true.
I just yell down. I know. That's the point.
And he waves. He's like get down, come get down here.
Come up here and get me. And you just keep yelling.
You know, she would come down if you. Do you know the person who she's shouting for?
Yes, I do, and I need them to stop making a scene.
Well,
So I
Well,
just
the scene will stop once, can you help us out? Come on. Friendly nudge. Come
That's
on.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting if I get a thumbs up or not. Acting like I'm getting ready to yell again.
Calm down. I'm gonna use my hood. Calm down, you ninny.
I'm coming. Wait, can you hear me back?
No.
I don't remember. Okay,
No.
yeah. I just stop. Just jump off.
Yes. Once you get down, the person is like, "What are you doing? What is
Listen,
going on?"
I think it's
We're
pretty
looking for
obviously.
Eldath.
I
Yeah,
got tired of asking dumb people questions that they didn't know, so I figured let's just cut to the chase.
I'd say excuse our friend. She's impatient, but also I don't care. So, do you know Elsbeth?
Yes.
Where is she?
She works for me.
Cool. We have something to give and tell her.
Okay, what is it?
It's her
For
information.
her.
We need to speak to her.
Okay.
Like, do you want me to
Fine.
climb the roof?
Who are you, by the way?
I am her employer.
Yeah. Do you have a name?
Do you have a name? Like we're just
do.
going around. Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought rich people like to tell other people how important they were.
Oh, you must not be those kind of rich people. You're like the bottom tier. You're like the bottom tier rich people. You're like the 15%ers.
When did Vash get in here?
Did you say the 15%ers?
Yeah.
So
Like
no, they're
any
not
other
like the
one.
top. They're like the 15%.
Yeah. They're still up there, but they're just not as far as up there.
So he does introduce himself. He's like, I am Mr. Sume.
Sume.
Sume. Sume.
I assume you will take us to Elspeth now?
Yes, we can go.
Thank you.
He sort of leads you, a couple houses over. And yes, and he like opens the door and he like wipe your feet.
Oh, goodness gracious. Of course. We're not. Wait a minute.
You're not savages. Oh wait.
I was going to say barbarians, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I was gonna say animals.
we don't need to wipe our feet. It's fine.
You should
you're using
always
the-
at least.
The poof,
Like,
poof
can I just
stuff.
take my shoes
I
off?
can, yeah.
So yes, he sort of he calls out nicely to Elsbeth, and he's like, "Can you please come up here?" And you see a moderately attractive woman come up from the back. She's wearing one of those like cloth caps that keeps her hair up and doesn't get dirt or anything like that in it, and has like an apron and just a general type of clothing on. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just working clothes.
How far are we off from the description that Gravy gave us?
Everything was correct. She has darker hair and darker eyes.
Okay.
Just like, so it was as best as a dog can give for a person. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Did the guy like gravy in the house or no?
Uh,
I held the door open. Gravy's
Yeah.
coming in.
yeah. Yeah. So
Go
if
right.
you, so he
Come
was
here,
in
Gravy.
the lead.
We gotta wipe your paws.
He was in the lead, so he wouldn't have necessarily been like.
Did you prestidigitize all of our feats?
I can if he makes any noise about it.
But yeah, if you're specifically holding the door open for Gravy, then yes, he will start to enter. Does anyone say anything, or just wait for reaction?
Wait for reaction.
Yeah, she comes. She is coming forward, like cleaning off her apron, and sets a basket of laundry down, and is like, yes, what is it? How can I help you, sir? Hi, who are all these? And then like she sees the the coyote, and her eyes just go very wide, and Gravy runs up to her, and she's like, oh, Gravy, oh, it is so good to see you. Oh, how are you? Is he here? Where is he? Oh, where's Ruskart? And she just sort of like looks to the five of you, and like is like trying to like see behind you.
Myrna looks away.
Yeah, is he behind you? What is going on?
Sonny takes off his imaginary hat.
Riddle's like
So
quickly in her brain, like
No.
looking at Lan. being
Ruskar's
like-
dead.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The least tactful.
Oh my
Riddle,
god.
It's like Riddle just got done telling her you don't have to beat her on the bush.
Oh my god.
So
I always wait to see.
took it
If
literally.
you want me to be the face, that's
So, like,
fine. I'll just
what
let
was
you
what was happening was like she's like, could Lan say this better, or should I just Ruskar's dead? Oh, okay.
He I don't know how, but we found Gravy. We found this ring. I
I'm
believe
just gonna
it was-
cover up. Do you guys feel back in?
Okay.
Our
I'm like-
deepest condolences, Myrna says awkwardly.
Her eyes get very big and very watery.
Sorry, buddy.
Somebody offer her a hug. Oh wait, Myrna's like, okay, it's okay. Would you like a hug?
We didn't know him, but we found his belongings at a temple.
And Gravy.
Yes, and we thought that you would like what he had, and perhaps Gravy.
She asks what he had. She's not sure what you mean.
I lost the page in my notes.
It was a journal. I have black book, comma journal. I'm not sure if it was a black book and a journal, or the black book was a journal.
It was a journal, yes.
Okay, we have his journal and a promise ring, which we assume was a you thing.
Yes, it is. And the letter
Good.
that has her information requested.
Yeah, letter. Yep.
The last piece of mail he got. Yep. Yeah, she, as you say, that's what you have. She holds out her hand, to accept it.
We can. It's a bit far, but we can tell you where he's buried. But you might not want to go there because it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's kind of awful out there.
Oh, she's trying to speak. She's trying to hold herself together as much as possible because she is still at work. She's trying to keep her voice from breaking, and says, "Yes, I am very aware of where he went." And she sort of like taps the letter against the notebook, and I really asked that he not. That this is, I understand he's an outdoorsman and whatnot, but yeah. And so she sort of like looks away from all of you and down at Gravy, and really focuses on him for a minute. Pats his head and hugs him and whatnot, and doesn't really say anything on her own.
Once again, I would like to offer our deepest condolences.
Stop laughing.
Yeah,
He's
stop
laughing-
laughing. You're distracting
he's
me.
laughing at a joke he sent me. Not my response. And my response.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're having a tense, sad moment.
All right, I'm fine. Carry on.
She says thank you in a very broken voice.
Man, this sucks.
Yeah. So, we can keep Gravy with us, or you can take him, or what do you want to do about that?
She says she would like to keep Gravy.
Assuming
Okay.
that Speak with Animals is still up. I'll ask him if that's cool with him.
It very much is.
Okay. I would like to give him a lot of pets and like some jerky as a goodbye.
Okay.
So, I mean, and this isn't important, but Myrna's like, okay, well, since we're losing a part of the party, she's going to, ruffle his ears and give him some good
Are you
pets.
giving the dog more of a send off than you gave Cyrus?
We're
This one's
losing a-
To be
permanent.
fair,
What was I supposed to do? Ruffle his ears and be like, all right, there you go.
we didn't know Cyrus was not coming back in
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
What about
So-
the chicken?
The answer is yes, she's giving Gravy a better send off than Cyrus. Okay, how about that?
Wow. Wow.
Why are you offended for Cyrus when you're two dogs?
I'm telling Anton. Kylie's our
Yeah, yeah. Tell him. Be like, yeah, the dog got a better send off.
Yeah, what's he gonna do about it? He's not here.
Gonna come back, use his gust of wind, and go away.
If we weren't like
Yeah,
in the bottom
gonna
of some
bird
Spire, she would have given Gregory a better send off too,
Yeah, so you're gonna
just to
get
spite him. It would have been
poop.
funny.
You're gonna get pooped on later by a bird. It's gonna be Gregory.
This
Spite
screeching
pooping.
robot.
No, Gregory is a real bird. The cannon was the robot.
That's what I'm saying. With a screeching
With
robot.
the screeching robot, yeah.
Yeah. So she will take Gravy, and so he will no longer, if you wish, no longer be with you.
We can stop forgetting in places.
Just one last time. Forget
Oh,
him
yeah.
right here.
Forever. Oh.
We'll miss you,
Alright.
Gravy. Gravester.
Well, I really hate to ask you for more stuff after dropping that bomb on you. Do we know what bombs
So
are?
dumb.
We do.
Yes, you had thrown two. You had two thrown at you.
Yeah. We need to get into the desert to the north, and I think we can only do it through the Basilica. You know how we could go about that? Or anybody who might be able to assist us with that?
She sort of looks up at you, and they're just like tears, like streaming down her eyes.
Never mind.
Can we ask the rich guy? Same question.
Yeah.
Can we challenge the guards to a duel to let us in?
So you ask the guard. You ask the guy who owns the house
Merchant man.
about trying to get.
Sume.
Yes, Mr. Sume. About trying to get through, and he tells you that there is it's a straight tunnel all the way through, and you can if
So
you're
we don't
just
have
trying to
to-
go.
Okay.
Oh, they just
What's
let
the
us?
catch?
Why'd they stop us the first time?
They didn't.
Or we stopped ourselves?
You stopped yourselves.
We went to the Basilica instead of the tunnel.
No. So yeah, that's one and the same.
Okay.
So I'll try and describe it better. So the giant wall that is built into this mountain pass has one opening, and it is a tunnel entrance that is about 2 to 3 horses wide. So merchants can pull stuff through, people can walk through. That is the start of the entrance. So yeah, if you head to there, the 2 guards that are there, they will let you into the tunnel. It's not.
Will they let us out of the tunnel?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
it's
die
a
in the
one-way
tunnel,
trip.
you
It's a
fool.
one-way trip. How dare you?
It's like
It's
the
very
pyramid
topical
scam
right
in
now.
Egypt. Pay to get in, pay to get out.
Yes. So as you head back towards the entrance, you see the 2 guards. They kind of remember you. As a group, you kind of stand out. And they just sort of
What's up?
look at you.
So we just want to go through. I guess we can do that, huh?
Are you trying to get to the desert?
Yeah.
And yes, pass straight on through.
Cool, thanks. You like cupcakes?
Yes. They like look at each other, not sure like if this is a trick or something, but they both agree to yes.
I give them cupcakes if they take them.
You still have cupcakes?
Yeah.
They've got to be stale by now.
Don't
Nah.
matter.
They're better than hardtack.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you eaten an old cupcake? Eventually, it just becomes like jagged in your mouth. Like you really need
That's
like
the best
tea or
kind.
something like that to eat them.
Ugh.
I got them from the port town though, so they're not that old. They're like Tower Adventure old. They're like a week old.
Yeah.
We were down in the thing for like a week, or almost a week, weren't we?
It's like
A week plus travel. 4 days
Yeah.
plus travel up here.
It's been like a week.
Also, Charles, by the way, I gave you back those potions.
Either way, yeah,
Oh,
they'll take them. You know, they're still sweet. They're not horrible, but they're not moldy. So yeah, they'll
They die.
They're fine.
accept them. They'll mostly accept them.
Enjoy. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. You begin to head through the tunnel. It is well lit. They have light sources all along the way. You can see, and you can even see the other end, straight on through about 100 feet down. The thing that actually no, it's more than 100 feet. It's pretty long. Anyway, what you notice as you get about halfway through is that there is a giant corkscrew in the ceiling. On either side of said giant corkscrew, and we're talking like a 50-foot giant corkscrew. On either side of it along the tunnel are like holes. It's like a grate. Anyone who knows castles would know that it's for archery. And there are 2 sort of large gates on either side of this.
Do you have a map for all of this?
I do. Unfortunately, I
But-
didn't transfer it over. I didn't think we were gonna be this far along. There was other stuff I thought you might do, and then I prepared instead. So.
Oh.
But
Ah.
it's other than it's a giant screw. They can turn it, and that's what lowers. But they're not going to. So it's just a clear shot out the other side to the desert. Well, not to the desert, but to the mountains. But yes, I can. If you want to try to go into the shield itself, we can stop here. We have been going for what, 3 hours? I believe. I can.
Yeah.
I can get
Whichever.
bring up that map for next time.
I mean, if you need for us to stop because we bumped up against the wall, we can, sure.
I mean, it's not really so. Like I said, there's. How do I want to describe it? You can go into the city, but they weren't going to let you in.
Oh no, we don't care about that. We're going to the desert.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to go back and talk to the guards and be like, "Hey, we do need to go into the city," as you know that this will eventually be a place you need to visit. Yeah, you will eventually need to be in the city. It's a further step.
Do you not take running provisions for the desert? Do we have enough?
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I was like, we need
Now you'll get
more
sandy and you get stuck.
better preparation before we explore the desert. Yeah, I don't look. I
With our
played
no
King's
money.
Quest. I don't want to die. Okay.
Yeah, with our no money that we have.
With our no
Then,
money that we have.
I will.
So we got like halfway through the tunnel and we were like, wait.
Yeah, it's like when you go out to the car and you're like, oh, I forgot my car keys. And it's
Yeah.
I forgot
alright.
my everything to not die in the
Everything.
desert.
Yeah.
We'll say you got to the end of the tunnel and we're like starting to feel the heat coming up off the mountains from the desert, and you're like, wait a minute.
Right.
I
We
did
will
say-
die.
Yeah, I did say before we left the tower, like, oh, we're going to the desert. We probably need more water.
Yeah, water and like what do you call it? Drapey linen clothes and stuff.
Drapey linen clothes.
Yeah, look, we're
Yeah.
about to enter our Alabasta arc, so
Nice.
let's
Oh my
prepare for
God.
that.
Okay. Then yes,
Alright.
I will
I get
get
that
the shield Ballistica set up for our next one, and then yeah. Then I mean I guess it'll be ready for when you come back to it eventually.
All
But,
right then.
And it will continue on into the Kandari Desert.
My joke that made me laugh was, if I was a necromancer, we wouldn't be having this discussion right now.
Yeah.
Make it a whole lot better. Just fix problems.
My response was no.
Very nice. Very
I don't
nice.
think
Jeez.
anybody would be on board with that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, Gravy might, right? If he just pulls a rib out, he has an instant fetch toy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh my god.
It's like, don't worry. I'll help you, just to, help me fight back, for my brother that died. It's like, oh, you've had my sword and my shield. I've got your brother.
Yep.
Oh my
Right
god.
on. Okay. Well, then we have been and will continue to be +1 shot running Splinters of Faith. What do we have coming up next?
Tomorrow we have D and Diablo at same time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then
That's early.
It's back on its originally scheduled day.
yes, it is.
They came
And
full
we've
circle.
actually we finished our first season of Radical Rebel Rock Rangers. So there will be no more Sunday games until somebody
We
picks one
figured,
up.
yeah, until we figure out what we're gonna do on Sundays.
Yep. So no Sundays for a little bit until
After
there
event
is
that we're going to.
and then, yeah. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks with this game. What day is that?
There was talk of it. Did we decide if we wanted to do a wrap up? We were going to do a wrap up for.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was up to the GM, but yeah, we're supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably,
that might be next Sunday, if
Yeah.
anything. Sunday or
So-
Friday, I'm not sure.
It'll be it'll probably be the 30th, either June 30th or July 2nd. Probably not July 2nd, since we're
June
Americans
30th
mostly.
Yeah, June 30th is Sailor Moon's birthday, and today, the 23rd, is Sonic's birthday.
Oh my goodness. But next Splinters of Faith will be the 7th of July, theoretically.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us and everybody who played along.
And thank you for Philip for hosting as always.
Yeah, thank you.
I had fun. I hope everyone else did. And yeah, please find us tomorrow and then next week's. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.